there's a way to make an entrance.
This is my destiny.
It was now a conspiracy of witches.
Download Veely today.
In this show, Changi's airport emergency services face the ultimate test.
Okay.
Baggage detection are on alert for security threats
I'm asking you. This metal.
and illegal stashes.
Okay, tak apa.
And missed flights leave passengers stranded at the airport.
After that, when I go to Cambodia, they tell me why is that train taking.
This is Singapore, where the old world meets new metropolis. At its heart is this, Changi Airport, Singapore's jewel in the crown. With unprecedented access, we go inside Changi, voted world's best airport, to find out what makes it tick.
It's landing in right now.
For passengers, it's an oasis of peace and calm. But for the 40,000 staff who keep it that way,
Emergency.
it can be anything but.
I've had nightmares. The electrical for the aircraft is not working anymore. Where's the engineer?
If it doesn't work, really, I'm going to cry, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention, please?
With 2 runways and 3 terminals, Changi is one of the world's busiest airports. With 1,000 flights a day and 55 million passengers a year, its 40,000 staff work round the clock to please. In this airport, efficiency is king, as is service with a smile. The Immigration and Checkpoints Authority safeguards Singapore's borders. This airport has security systems to rival the world's top banks. It's the ICA's job to make sure that the movement of people and goods is legitimate and lawful. At Terminal 2's baggage collection, it's the morning shift for Immigration Officer Kumar and his team of officers in the baggage detection unit
Tak. Kita nak pergi sana.
as they make ready to search all who enter here.
Common detections, flick knives, nightsticks, handcuff, batons, knuckle dusters. All this is under Singapore Police Force, more of a security threat. Apart from that, under Health Science Authority, sex enhancement pills, slimming pills in large quantity for commercial use. That is also a main concern. And now another significant rise is vape or electronic cigarettes.
Every officer has a role to play as they confront any would-be smugglers in an intricate game of looks, signals,
You all have anything to declare with you all?
and charm offensive.
You all are running from?
We came from Koh Samui, or we were in Australia before that.
Just engaging with small checks helps a lot. That few seconds, we will be able to find out whether are they giving me any kind of telltale indicators. Dengar.
You have a knife in your bag.
Yes, I do.
In Singapore, knives are either prohibited or restricted depending on their type and design.
Okay, this is fine.
While Kumar takes care of business on the front line, another team are getting match fit on the tarmac. But these men aren't here for fun. They are the airport emergency services. At any given moment, they are ready for action. Action they hope they won't have to take. These are the airport's dedicated firefighters. Watched over by Operations Commander Alexander.
It's a huge responsibility. After all, the safety and the lives of passengers are in our hands. I think the hardest part of this job is making sure that myself and my guys are ready and are prepared to handle a crash.
Changi has 3 fire stations by the runways and a 4th on the coast.
So the guys at the Sea Rescue Base are also under my charge, and today I am going to conduct my routine inspection on them and check on them, make sure that everything is in place, everything is in order, that training is being conducted and conducted properly.
Please advise location of emergency, over.
Training is a way of life for all fire officers at all stations.
Attention 1, over rescue, leaving base now, proceeding to crash location, over.
They're in constant preparation for any worst-case scenario.
Go! We arrive at the crash site. There is immediate visual of 2 casualties. Straightaway surface rescuers down to proceed with the rescue.
Singapore is surrounded by territorial waters, so in the event if an aircraft were to land short of the runway and ditches into the sea, the resources here at the Sea Rescue Base will turn out and they will carry out firefighting and rescue out at sea.
Whilst his officers keep watch at the coast 24/7, most of the action takes place at other stations. Fire Station 2's latest recruit is 23-year-old Shaiful.
Before I came here, I'm a bit nervous because I don't know how is it like gonna be at a station. But after I came here, I need to learn a lot of things on the station routine, mostly equipment-wise.
For Alexander, it's a stressful time of year.
Yo, Fendi, how's the preparation for Bobcat coming along?
Bobcat is code for aircraft crash exercise. As commander, he'll be under the microscope.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you are coming.
Okay, let them know.
Right,
okay, thanks, Fendi. See you.
Bye.
The fire service has 180 officers on shift at any one time, across terminals and runways. To keep his men on their toes, Alexander carries out reaction tests often. Once triggered, they have between 15 and 20 seconds to drop whatever they're doing, leap into vehicles, suit up, and exit the station.
Can you activate reaction test now? Thanks.
Okay, sir. I'm about to do the reaction test now. Reaction test, go.
Success for now, and Alexander can rest easy. Inside Terminal 2, Changi's customer service teams, known locally as Changi's experience agents, are at full stretch.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
As they man 15 stations across 3 terminals and patrol the airport.
Both ends at the center.
This army of helpers tackle passenger problems big and small. Today, Agent Nina has a British backpacker who needs help. This is Kyle. It's his first time in Asia.
I arrived at 1 o'clock. So I came from Phuket and it's just meant to be a connecting flight to Bali.
He's been rejected from his flight to Bali because he doesn't have an onward-bound ticket. To make matters worse, Kyle doesn't have enough cash to pay for a flight, and he no longer has his credit card.
These are your options.
All I can do is pay for things online, which I've tried to do. They have lent me their tablet, which is very helpful, but for some reason or another, it's just not registering, even though I've used the same bank card to book flights and travel, what have you, over the last 6 months. So all I can do is try and contact home and just say to my sister, book one and you can take the money back, kind of thing.
Is she online?
No, she's at work in the UK. It's probably about 8:30.
But you already missed your current flight.
They gave me until 2:50. It's now 2:49.
You have your sister's number?
Yep.
It was not successful. We'll try again.
So we're basically trying to call my sister back in Jersey, who's currently at work. It's 9 o'clock in the morning and she's not going to be happy, to get me a flight and get me out of Singapore, basically. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the baggage detection unit are eyeballing passengers entering Singapore. But nothing gets past Kumar, who has a hunch that a passenger who has declared 3 packs of tobacco is hiding something. But now they've found a 4th.
Berapa lama kerja kat Singapura?
8 tahun.
8 tahun?
Ya. Boleh kasih keluarkan dia.
Ini kuih?
Tanya ini kuih.
Ini apa dalam?
This man may wish he'd given up smoking earlier. Kumar's team has also found an electronic cigarette or vape.
Okay, tak mau pegang Saya pegang Oh, tadi awak cakap 3 je, ni dah berapa ni?
Oh, itu sebelum saya kawan tu je. Saya kawan tu je.
Alah, saya tanya berapa?
Saya kawan tu saya.
Okey, tak apa, jangan pegang. Biar saya pegang.
Lagi ada tak?
Dari.
Mana kasih keluar?
Saya letak sini duit He only declared 3 packets, which is these 3. Upon checking, I found a few more packets, including the electronic cigarette. Yep.
For the cigarettes, or rather the loose tobacco, is more of a revenue concern. It's under Singapore Customs, which I'm going to deal with them later. And for the vape, it will be more like a seizure. We'll detain the item on behalf of Health Science Authority.
Yeah, it's a nice looking one. But unfortunately, it's not allowed here.
Will Changi's agents get this confused passenger on a flight?
You're going to Manila. Okay, this is Philippine Airlines, not Sri Lankan Air.
Will Kyle reach his sister or stay stranded without cash at the airport?
You have your sister's number?
Yep.
And what will Kumar and his team make of this suspicious metal object?
Are you working here?
Ya, tenang.
At Singapore's Changi Airport, precision, efficiency, and customer service rule. Voted world's best airport by passengers, its 3 terminals serve over 100 airlines and connect to 320 cities. But Kyle, a British backpacker, can't afford to fly to any of them. He was rejected from his flight to Bali because he did not have an onward-bound ticket.
You have your sister's number?
Yep.
With next to no cash and no credit card, he's stranded and desperate to get in touch with his sister for help.
Just got a text off her. So that's the full number, that's area code and everything.
It's ringing.
Thank you. Hello. Where are you? I thought you were at work. Oh, right, is it? Oh, it's only 8 o'clock back home. She's just got out of bed. I'm in Singapore right now. Lovely airport. Book some sort of flight and then transfer it from my account to yours. I don't know whether just to go to Oz. All right, cheers. Thanks very much.
So she can transfer over the cash?
Yeah, well, she's going to try and just book me a flight.
Okay.
I'm thinking just to go straight to Australia now, instead of Bali.
This one, right?
Thank you. Hey, how's it going? I'm getting what? It's a weird thing to hear, but yeah, let's do this. So we're just checking flights at the minute, and funny enough, one came up to Brisbane, but it was one changeover in Bali.
Joke.
Thanks very much. Cheers. Bye.
Got it?
So close.
So that solves your problem. You get to go to Bali.
Depending. I get the confirmation.
In the farthest corner of Changi Airport, it's a busy day for the animal and plant quarantine station. Here, the hard-working team of vets and trained officers work round the clock to keep Singapore safe from epidemics, pests and diseases. Jan is waiting for a batch of racehorses arriving from New Zealand.
Horses can be quite dangerous animals. They're huge animals. Any wrong move, if they kick, they can cause serious injuries to the people around them. And I also have to take care of myself, of course, because I'm doing the checks.
One mistake, and these spooked animals will make a bid for freedom. With a kick that can kill,
Hang on, stop.
pulling, prodding and scanning is not for the faint-hearted. The team will have to hold their nerve.
When I was new at this, I was scared. Now, as long as you know where to stand, where to go, how to move, how the horses respond, I think you should get used to this. I've written down the microchip number. This horse is a little bit spooked out. Once one horse gets anxious, the rest will also get anxious. Oh, there you go. This looks like a skin abrasion, so it should heal up, actually.
12 racehorses are good to go. After 14 days of quarantine, they will cross the border and become Singapore's welcome guests. In Terminal 2 arrivals, Kyle has news from his sister in the UK, who is trying to help him get out of Singapore.
My sister's currently trying to book my flight back in the UK. It just happens to be the same website that I tried to do it on last time, and she's getting the same message as I am, just saying that it was not successful and tickets could not be issued. She's going to try and call them, but obviously she's at work, so I'm just saying if you have to wait a couple of hours until your lunch break, so I don't want her to get in any trouble back at work.
It seems that Kyle is now trapped in the world's best airport. Operations Commander Alexander is a man with a plan. Today, this airport will stage a plane crash with casualties, real fire and real people. He will need brains as well as brawn to pull this off.
So what we're going to test, the main objective is actually to set out RS within 6 minutes, as well as to receive the casualty, as well as to report to the DO in charge in regards to the casualty.
Everybody is sitting in the
Yeah, I will.
Okay. The two objectives I want to see is timing for the RS setup and then casualty management.
Okay, no problem.
Because during CPT, if these two things we don't fulfill, we will sure.
Yeah, definitely.
We will sure be penalized.
Can. So this is something that we will take.
Okay. 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 9:30.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, Scheifel is also being put through his paces. This is pump to pump, connecting 2 tanks from 2 fire trucks together to boost the water supply. All drills hurt. This one hurts more.
Water tanner 1-3, widen down, come in.
We need to keep our fitness up to the standard.
Scheifel may be fit, but the going is tough, and tonight it's going to get tougher. Every day, passengers bring 120,000 bags through this airport. And every day, security teams check, scan, and search for illegal or dangerous contraband. Kumar's team have detected a suspicious object at Terminal 2.
There's some metallic gems item found in his luggage upon the X-ray machine. You put your bag there.
So not metal.
Cut.
asking you. This is metal.
I know.
What's this for?
Cut.
Machine.
Yeah, machine.
Traveler claims it's used more for industrial purposes, for cutting machineries, raw metal items. But we are just a bit curious, why is it hidden?
Come here work.
Huh?
Are you working here?
Yeah, training.
Training?
Yeah.
Okay, Ken. You have claimed that it's for his work purpose, his tool. So it doesn't pose any security threat. So we are giving it back to him.
In a region where many languages are spoken, communication can be slow going. But to protect and secure Singapore's borders is Kamar's sole concern.
Have you taken all the items? Okay. Initially, he was a bit tense and nervous because of, firstly, we have to be mindful more, it's because of the language barrier. No, that was a language barrier, he couldn't communicate well. However, he was able to answer the simple questions, what's his entry for, and how long is his intended stay in Singapore, and his accommodation. He was very confident with his answers, and we are satisfied. So, our assessment of the whole fact is clean.
Okay.
This one, it's this.
Meanwhile, at Terminal 3, Agent JR has a tricky number on his hands.
I'll try, don't worry.
This passenger might have had one drink too many. He can't find his way to the gate.
You came from which airlines? Sri Lankan Airlines. Joining which airlines? You're going to Manila. Okay, this is Philippine Airlines, not Sri Lankan Air, okay? You go to... yeah, I understand. You see that one? It's SkyTrain to T1?
Yes.
Transfer D to get your boarding pass. Hurry up, okay?
Okay, what?
Sir, you take this train, and then you go to Terminal 1.
Terminal 1?
You go to Transfer D, Delta, okay? Transfer D, Philippine Airlines counter.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
At check-in Terminal 3, Officer Grace has a baggage problem of a different kind. $400 of excess weight and a passenger who doesn't want to pay for it.
I go from Incheon to Beijing and from Beijing back to the United States.
But tonight you're just going up to Incheon?
Yeah. It came out like this.
The confirmation is
But the thing is, I booked it all through United. I'm getting like United points for this. It's not an Asiana thing. So, I mean, I just don't understand. If I brought 3 bags in,
right.
What do you want me to do with the other 2 bags when I leave? I don't live in Singapore. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense. Because when I get out of Incheon,
This passenger can't understand why the airline wants to charge her for the extra 23 kilos when she flew the first leg of her journey from America to Singapore without paying a single cent.
It's not a piece concept because you're not traveling to the States. So we're going by a weight concept this time. Because you're traveling only up to Incheon.
Then what am I supposed to do with the other 2 bags?
It doesn't matter how many bags you check in them. You can check in 5 bags, you can check in 6 bags, but the weight has to be there. So for your gold status, economy is 20, Asiana gives additional 3, and then the gold status will give you additional 20. So you're allowed to check in for 43.
And then you want me to carry on 20 then? I mean, because right now I have 60.
Correct. Just make sure that there's no liquid in the one that you're hand carrying.
Yeah, that's
liquid gels.
I think I have liquid in here, so I have to do.
Helen's plan is to transfer 20 kilos of excess weight to her hand luggage to avoid the penalty.
Give me 1 second, let me just... I have never done this before because usually I am a platinum status on United and I don't need to do this.
She's determined to make this work.
Okay. Does this make it? Can you come and check this? See if this works?
Okay, that works.
Okay.
It's looking good. I hope.
I am. I'm just trying to close it now. I'm gonna sit on it.
Okay. I hope it doesn't rip.
There we go.
Sorry. It's all done. Yeah.
Back at Arrivals Terminal 2, Kyle's on the phone to his sister.
Perfect. Yeah, they're really helpful. They said that they'll print it out for me here. Cheers. Thanks very much. She's booked 2 flights for me. One going to Bali tomorrow, and then the next one, she's booked me a flight to Brisbane on the 16th of October. But yeah, it seems that everything's sorted.
Yes.
So it's a massive relief. Thank you very much for your help.
Welcome. Okay, I'll just like leave a note for them.
Okay, I'll just log out of this.
It's the end of Nina's shift, and after a missed flight and lots of waiting around, it looks like Kyle's finally back in the game.
I don't know if it's just been picked up by mistake. So everything's been booked, everything's finalised. We've just got our booking from the airline, and now the passport's gone walkies.
Will Kyle find his passport, or is it game over for this intrepid backpacker?
So I don't know if it's just fallen down.
Will Agent Mahbooba convince a passenger that she's been scammed?
It's a fake ticket, ma'am. Someone has edited it.
And what will Kumar make of this rich discovery?
Sir, may I know why are you bringing so much of currency?
At Changi Airport, there's approximately one flight every 90 seconds. But Kyle isn't on one yet. He's trying to get to Bali to party with friends. Terminal 2, in the world's best airport, is not where he wants to be. Unable to board a plane to Bali without an onward-bound ticket, this free spirit lacks the means to purchase one. His sister has bailed him out and paid for a ticket, but now his passport has gone walkabout.
Sorry, can you check with the lady if she accidentally picked up her passport? The passport was...
Yeah, she was standing. Don't think it could fit through there.
Oh, I couldn't. Because I didn't check in. It's okay. Thank you. Is that it? Yeah. Accidentally. Oh, I almost died there. A passenger.
It's part of the fun and games.
It's with him already. Okay, okay. Okay, you can go home now in peace. Thank you. He has his passport and he has his itinerary. Please keep it.
All Kyle needs to do now is not lose his passport and wait. At Changi's customer service desks, there is a never-ending stream of passengers with problems.
I check the system.
And sometimes the agents have to deliver bad news. At Terminal 2 arrivals, a mother and daughter have approached Agent Mahbooba. The daughter has come to meet her fiancé for the first time.
Okay, you talk to the officer. Okay?
But she's received a call from customs to say that her fiancé has been detained for carrying excess cash into Singapore.
You had been in the airport since afternoon?
No, just
And she needs to pay a fine of $15,000 into his bank account to release him.
Yeah, you can give me your phone number, your passport number, because we are at the counter here. We can't see you. You hold on. You speak to the officer, can or not? You get the officer, the passport.
Agent Mahbooba has heard it all before, but goes ahead and calls customs.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. There are two ladies here looking out for this passenger, George Haley. He has probably landed this afternoon by Malaysia Airlines MH603. So what they're telling me is they received a phone call today from ICA. One of the officers has called them and told them that he was being held up at the ICA because he was taking excess amount of cash without declaring. As per them, he is holding a US passport. Yeah, I will let them know. Thank you. Yeah, sure, thank you.
The fiancé is not at customs, and it looks like the daughter may have been duped.
This is his phone number.
You can't get through this number. You can call back, but she is not willing to talk to me. Yeah? Which officer? I just called them, no such passenger. It's a fake ticket, ma'am. Someone has edited it. What is the reason that he is bringing so much cash?
I want to marry her.
It doesn't work like this one.
Because he just finished job at Malaysia. So the company paid him.
You need to trust what I'm saying is because I'm telling you from my experiences. They are definitely trying to fool you to get some scam. That's what my officer told me, to get you more information. We have been experiencing this many times in the airport. So from the time, which is also a wrong information. Some ladies who are totally in love with the guy would transfer money and come to me and say, I have already transferred money, what do I do? Most cases it's totally a scam. Some people, boyfriends even send them a scanned copy of passport, which is a fake passport, yeah. You can Google their name and the passport, comes in a Google, just print it out.
In Terminal 3 Transit, Agent JR has a second visit from a confused passenger who may have had one drink too many.
They closed the counter already.
No, it is open, but they are shouting all the time. They don't want to serve us. They want to buy a returning back ticket.
Return ticket going to Saudi.
Like Kyle, he needs an onward-bound ticket.
But are you sure you don't have any return ticket to Riyadh? How come you didn't book?
I don't want to go back.
You didn't? Oh, you didn't want to go back?
Yes. I don't want to go back to Riyadh. I want to go to another country.
You just want to go to Manila?
After that, I don't know. I'll decide. Maybe I'll go to Cambodia. Maybe I'll go to Thailand.
Okay, it's okay. But the thing is, you just need an outbound ticket. How come your agent didn't know this?
Ask him.
Airline regulations, they won't let you fly without a return ticket.
So what shall I do?
Do you have to book your return ticket then?
I'll book anything I pay. Where shall I pay?
Because you don't have a return ticket based on this itinerary. Where do you want to go then? I'll help you to book the ticket. Cambodia. Okay, we'll go to Cambodia then.
But after that, when I go to Cambodia, they tell me where is the return ticket. Also.
When you go to Cambodia, you need a ticket again going to Riyadh, okay?
This is the problem. Let me take it from now until.
Of course.
I must go now. I don't have to.
No, sir, just relax now. We are trying to help you out because it's already the situation. You still have to book a new ticket.
Because they will think you'll be overstaying in the country.
This passenger may be a little lightheaded, but it seems he's already been on to his travel agent about the ticket.
I'm from Manila, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I know. I always go to Boracay.
I love Boracay.
Yeah, it is heaven. I want to stay there. Yeah, you'll love the place there. Boracay and Manila, everything is good.
It's his agent again.
Oh, someone booked your ticket already? From Manila to Saudi?
Yeah.
Oh.
All he needs now is a printout.
This is mine?
No.
At baggage collection, Kumar and his team are, as always, on the lookout for anything out of the ordinary. Today, the scanner has revealed a large sum of cash in a passenger's bag.
So holiday in Singapore, 5 days, how much money you bring to Singapore?
Minimum money.
10,000 US. 10,000 US. Can you show me? Bring your bag here.
It's not a currency control. You can bring in any amount, but you need to make a declaration, anything that is above Singapore $20,000.
This requirement is in place to detect and monitor currency movements and to enable the authorities to take enforcement action against cash couriers financing terrorism or money laundering. That's over 34,000 Singapore dollars.
Sir, may I know why are you bringing so much of currency? That's your medication. When is your appointment? Tomorrow.
And because this cash has not been declared, Kumar will need to establish exactly what the money is for.
Pull us to the office, please. They have mentioned to us that they are here for some medical examination, and sadly, they don't have any documents to prove. So we need to investigate further. Let's see how it goes before we hand over to Singapore Police Force.
In Terminal 1 Transit, this passenger has now made it to the transfer counter. He now has the booking confirmation of his outward-bound ticket.
Alright, if earlier on, if you bring this thing, the return ticket out, you should have been on the flight.
I just pay it now because nobody tells me.
Okay, so now they're gonna put you on the next flight. So you just take a seat first. Once I done the booking for you, I issue the boarding pass. I call you. Okay? You have a seat first, right?
Back at the baggage duty office, Kumar needs to establish why this passenger failed to declare that he was carrying over $34,000 in cash. If he's not satisfied with the answer, he will hand this passenger over to the police.
Okay, earlier he was telling me that he needs to go and see the doctor tomorrow. He has an appointment. I'm repeating again. Does he have any documents to? Tell you what, I'll send someone. Perhaps he'll be escorted to meet your mum. Just get the relevant documents, okay? So you follow. Okay. Just you'll be able to assist me to interpret your debt. Okay? This is a requirement.
Finally, they have conclusive proof of the doctor's appointment.
This is a chance I'm giving you because you need to make a declaration. Okay, guys? Currency all okay? Okay, sir? Good? Okay. Thank you so much.
Changi Tower, this is Ops Commander. So we're just waiting for the runway to close. After that, the logistics team will enter the runway to get prepped up.
Every year, Changi Airport tests the readiness of its firefighters with a full-blown emergency aircraft crash exercise. Observers and auditors assess procedures and proficiency and the prowess of their new commander, Alexander.
To be honest, I was lying in bed, I was worrying, yes. I've had nightmares.
But crash exercise newbie Shaiful is more confident.
I'm prepared for it because I've been training for it. So for physical-wise, there's no problem for me. So yeah.
Now, Changi's airport emergency services are moving to the standby positions. They've been notified that an aircraft has a double hydraulic failure and is due to land in 20 minutes. But putting out the flames fast enough is exactly what this new operations commander has to do. Trial by fire. Will Alexander's worst nightmare come true? And will Kyle finally be able to celebrate?
Don't damage the airport.
Changi may be the world's best airport, but all Kyle wants to do is sleep. But not before a well-earned beer.
I think if anyone told me that this is how it was going to end up at the end of today, I obviously wouldn't have believed them. But you just got to laugh about it now that it's all over. So, yeah. It's quite, I mean, I've got a beer. I'm on a flight tomorrow. And I'll eventually get to Bali, so I'm just glad that I'm not on any time budget and I'll get there eventually. Niente. I can't seem to find anything to open the beer with. But we'll keep trying. We will keep trying. Apparently I haven't had a bad enough day, so I can't be rewarded with a beer. No. Don't want to damage the airport. Snap. Just trying to open his beer is probably more stressful than the whole thing that happened today with the flights and everything.
and nothing stresses me out. It's beautiful. Every time it just gets better.
Under Alexander's command, the men of the airport emergency services have to rescue 156 plane crash casualties and evacuate them to the triage area where injuries will be assessed and prioritized. Shaiful is one of the officers responsible for moving the casualties to the triage area from the collection point.
Initially, I will reach there, I will set up a tent where we collect all the casualties.
Just be advised, fire has already been extinguished.
In just 2 minutes, the flames are out. Alexander's worst nightmare is over.
Zulu to Ops Commander Sen.
But it's on to the next. Now that the holding area has been erected, Shaiful and the other firefighters can get on with the serious business of rescuing injured passengers.
Changi Tower Ops Commander, be advised, we have rescued the first casualty from the aircraft.
Running on adrenaline, Shaiful is en route to the triage area with a first batch of casualties.
Currently, it's okay for me. Currently. But I don't know about later.
The casualties are gathered to receive urgent medical attention from paramedics. But with more than 100 casualties still to be rescued, it's not over yet. Back at the crash site, the casualties are stacking up because of a transportation problem. And all of it is being recorded by the exercise assessors.
Additional ambulances to be on standby at the CCA for casualty conveyance to CCS. You copy, over?
With the shortage of ambulances and Shaiful having to take the strain, fatigue is starting to set in. And the job of 2 fire officers has now become the work of 4.
Atas. Belum. Okay.
As this crash test draws to a close, new lessons have been learned and adjustments are to be made.
I'm actually very pleased with it. We were able to extinguish the fire really fast. And we were able to rescue out all the casualties. And the important thing is that we accounted for all of them. So that's good.
But the night is not over for Shaiful and Alexander.
Technically, after this exercise ends, I'm still on duty. I end my shift at 8 a.m. It is harsh. What to do? The realities of being a firefighter.
Next time on All Access Changi.
Ma'am, are you alright? Emergency.
Customer service agents deal with extreme cases.
Why did you miss your flight? Purposely?
Passengers lose precious things.
Where's the mom?
Pets in transit are grounded.
They just started the electronic system today.
And another is quarantined.
If the bird has bird flu, we will have to put it down.
In this episode, a bird suspected of carrying the deadly avian influenza virus is detained.
If the bird has bird flu, we will have to put it down.
Tiny travelers find themselves stranded.
They just started the electronic system today.
And Changi's own army of agents are on the front line.
I think she purposely missed her flight because she doesn't want to leave Singapore.
This is Singapore, where the old world meets new metropolis. At its heart is this, Changi Airport, Singapore's jewel in the crown. With unprecedented access, we go inside Changi, voted world's best airport, to find out what makes it tick.
It's landing in right now.
For passengers, it's an oasis of peace and calm. But for the 40,000 staff who keep it that way,
emergency.
It can be anything but.
Dah masuk dalam. Jaga.
The airport's not functioning, so I'm sort of stranded.
She walked away with $1 million!
Can I see the visa? Yeah.
It's a busy morning like every morning at the Changi Airport service counters.
Row number 9, yeah.
There's 100 different questions in 100 different languages for Changi's frontline agents.
I don't understand, just a moment,
These men and women are the irrepressible face of Changi. Their job is to please,
Bye!
pamper,
It'll make you feel warm.
and problem solve.
Outside from disembark, so around
This passenger has left a cake in the toilet.
Which toilet did you
before sign off.
Just right before you go down, right?
Yes, before.
The one closest to the escalator going down.
Correct.
What kind of cake?
This is tart cake.
Agent Jobs' problem is that the bag is unattended in transit.
May I know what is the color, sir?
White color.
White color. Sir, just to explain to you, if for example we aren't able to see what is inside the bag, what will happen is we would have to activate the police.
Okay, it's fine.
Today, the K9 detection team are on the trail of something. K9 use dogs to combat the ever-present threat of terrorism and smuggling. They patrol the 3 terminals, and lost bags don't last long.
Good job.
The customer says he has left the bag in the toilet.
I'm looking for a white bag, a shoulder bag that contains cakes inside.
Joms is determined to leave no stone unturned. He needs to find it before the K9 team do. Although Faber's job is to bring criminals to justice, a bit of cake on the side wouldn't go amiss.
Which toilet? I am here right now. I'm here right now. Male toilet. It's not in here. Like, I don't know if this is the bag that he's saying, but I don't know. It's a white bag. No,
it's not.
Anti-you stuff, is it?
And
okay,
neither is
okay.
this.
CCA.
And it will only be a matter of minutes before he's pipped at the post by someone with a better nose.
Wait.
But it looks like the dogged determination of this agent is about to pay off.
Okay.
Result: 1 white bag found in the arrival hall.
Good.
After investigation and a thorough risk assessment to determine its level of threat, this cake can be handed back to its owner.
All right, so this is like the cake inside, sir,
Yes,
right?
correct.
Thanks to Joms, this passenger gets to have his cake and eat it.
Bye-bye, thank you. I'm happy now.
He's a happy passenger.
Bye-bye.
It's not all happy endings at Changi Airport this morning.
Have you eaten?
This passenger has been in transit for over 36 hours. She has a problem, and Agent JR is trying to fix it.
In Singapore, where do you live?
She is saying she has no money to fly home.
You don't have any money. What can we do with this? No money.
He needs to call a Tamil-speaking colleague who he thinks might be able to help.
Nisa, can you help me, please? Because I have this passenger. I don't understand her, basically. Take water. Later, I'll let you buy food, okay?
Changi Airport welcomes 1,000 flights a day and over 50 million passengers a year. Its counters are crammed with cases of precious things lost.
People lose a lot of things in Changi Airport. Cell phones, bags, iPads, iPods, gadgets, rings, wedding rings, engagement rings. Children, they lost their kids.
There was once we had a lost child in Terminal 3. We usually bring them into our counters so that they won't run away, and then he ended up puking on our chair.
A lost child has found the customer service counter in Terminal 2 this morning.
Don't cry, it's okay. Come, sit inside.
This boy can't find his mum. He's being as brave as he possibly can, but it's proving tough.
Don't cry, it's okay. You want water? Thanks. No? Sweet?
Nina's first job is to find out some basic information.
How to spell your name? T-U-N-G, T-O-N-G. T-O-N-G. Only T-O-N-G?
Tong will have to hold his nerve while Changi's agents start searching.
Where's the mom?
There are families everywhere, but not, it seems, the mother of one Vietnamese 8-year-old boy. The search is on, but this mum is a needle in a haystack. Then, a passenger delivers crucial information. She's been in the orchid garden 20 meters away all along.
Yeah, according to the passenger, his mom is there. They were just at our counter getting the Wi-Fi password. He was still there. I think the mom walked off. He didn't know where his mom was, so he started to panic. Don't cry, it's okay.
Reunited once more, Tong's lost mother isn't quite sure yet what has taken place, but all's well that ends well on Nina's watch this morning. At Changi Airport's Animal and Plant Quarantine Station, it's a busy day. This is where all four-legged departures and arrivals are checked for diseases by a team of dedicated vets and trained officers.
Easier to examine her on here.
Their job is to protect Singapore's borders. Most pets receive a full bill of health.
Yeah, you're...
But not Tweety,
Hi, baby. Hi.
a macaw who has travelled far.
Do you want some water? He's had a long journey here. It's a 22-hour flight from New York. He had a 10-hour transit in Frankfurt. And before that, he was in the airport checking in with the US Fish and Wildlife for like 8 hours. So he's been traveling for a long time.
This bird is a little bit of a special case. It transited through Germany, which is a country that is affected with bird flu. So because of this, we can't release the bird straight away after the inspection. We need to detain the bird here until it has been tested negative for bird flu again. Bird flu is highly contagious, so in an airport environment, if for some reason the staff there were not sure and put the bird together with other birds, there might be a chance of exposure.
Singapore is free from avian influenza, but if there were an outbreak, it would have serious implications. So if Tweety tests positive, he won't be coming home.
If the bird has bird flu, we will have to put it down.
What will happen when Kevin tries his first pushback?
The electrical for the aircraft is not working anymore.
What will Agent Mido do when he's asked to carry a mysterious package into departures?
Actually, for security reasons, items are not allowed to be transferred from public to transit area.
And will this maid refuse to leave Singapore?
You don't want to go home. You want to stay here.
With 40,000 staff and a reputation to maintain at Changi, every day is training day. Front of house, agents turn on the charm.
A lot of ampao.
Behind the scenes, trainees are also put through their paces. SATs, as always, are on the tarmac. Changi handles 1,000 flights a day. Each one gets pushed onto the taxiway for takeoff. Today, SATs have a new trainee. This is Kevin. He's a pushback virgin, and he has to get a Boeing 787 into position with a tractor.
My first time push.
But it looks like this plane isn't going anywhere.
Behind the GPU, no. The electrical for the aircraft is not working anymore. So it has to run on the ground power that's down here. To start up the aircraft engine, we need another ground power to start up the engine. It's electrical to start up. It's like to start up a car, a jump start. It's the same thing. Where's the engineer?
Kevin will have to push a 300-ton plane with the engines running as soon as the jump start kicks in.
There'll be a lot of force pushing and pulling of the pushback equipment. So it will be worse than a normal pushback. The stress will be very high on him. Alright, so now you know the engine will start up. You're going to start this one, so be careful, go slowly, follow the line and follow my instruction when to turn. Alright, okay, good. Alright, good. Yeah.
This will not be any fun. At least not for Kevin. He's been training for 3 weeks to reach this point.
Okay, move forward slowly, huh? Straighten the aircraft.
If he passes the test, he will be a fully paid up member of Pushback Club.
Start some more, a bit more. Okay, straight, straight up, straight up. Straight up, straight up. Straight. Straight, straight.
Kevin is pushing back a $350 million plane for the first time with the engine running. His tow bar is steering 247 tons while he braces the full-on blast.
This side. Slow down. Break on, roll. Hold your hand up. Hold your hand up.
Today, Kevin has worked the ramp and passed the test. Not bad for a beginner. In another remote corner of Changi, the hardest training yet is underway. These are Singapore Airlines trainees, and this is grooming class.
Do you think this is a bit over the top, measuring the buns?
No. On graduation day, if I see this, I'll get very upset.
Today, each girl will present herself to Amy and be judged on makeup, nails, and hair.
Because my ear is sticking out, so I was asked to cut it to cover my ear.
Charmaine is afraid her bun will meet with the same fate.
My face is quite round, so I'm afraid that she asked me to cut my hair.
What eyeshadow you're using? Okay, so Nails, did you paint them yourself?
Yes, I think that's
Okay, this part here, you need to paint. It's chipping off. And there's gaps. Okay? The gap for what? For me to fill in? Huh? No gaps, okay?
Yes.
So check the back of your hair. Turn around, dear. Okay, good. Okay, I see a little bit of pins. Be very careful. But overall, good effort, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, you have improved a lot since the last time.
I'm happy to keep my hair. I've never tried having short hair before, so
When they first turn up, they're very ordinary people, plain Jane girls. But after the training program, you can see that they're a little bit more polished, more sophisticated.
thank you.
Even myself, I get surprised. Yeah, so you can really see a great transformation from ordinary people to cabin crew.
Mus is Terminal 3's ever-present duty shift supervisor, heading up a jolly team of pre-board security screeners. Changi Airport is home to some of the tightest and most efficient security in the world. Its secret weapon, men and women who man the gates, scan people and baggage, and move passengers from gate to getaway in minutes. They are Certis Security, and it's Mus's job to make sure they are the last word in customer security service.
Waiting to spot on any mistake that is being seen by any of my officers over here.
What's that?
It kind of harsh, but then it's my job to do that. One time, the passenger trying to give me a punch because I'm throwing away his perfume, which he say is cost him quite a lot of money. But then I managed to actually cool him down after talking to him for quite some time, and he unwillingly accept the decision from me.
On the Singapore Airlines flight to Sydney, no one is punching anyone, but there are still some unacceptable liquids. Straight from the cruise ship, two bandits are caught smuggling a souvenir from the ship's captain.
It's a bottle of wine from the captain. Champagne.
Okay, I'm sorry, ma'am. This without a seal bag, you can't bring it in. It's more than 100 ml.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry about that.
No, that's all right. Can I just have the bag?
Okay, so I gotta discard it.
Yeah, can I have the bag? That's fine.
Lovely champagne given to us by the captain of Sapphire Princess.
It's such a waste, but then I say rules are rules.
This man wants to deliver a parcel to a cousin in transit because of an emergency.
Actually, my mom suffered a heart attack, and then there was some complication after the procedure. And now I want to consult some doctors in India, so I want to pass some reports to somebody who's traveling to India via Singapore.
But he has to convince Agent Mido.
Alright, and she suffered a heart attack and is not fit to travel for 1 month. And actually after the operation, right, there's some complication.
He has brought hard copies of his mother's medical information to be carried.
CDs actually.
It's CDs or hard copies.
Mido needs to decide how to handle this situation. It's an unusual request. It's a security matter, but it's also a special case.
Actually, for security reasons, items are not allowed to be transferred from public to transit area or from transit to public area. However, when there's a serious situation or a sensitive situation like this, we seek the exception from the duty terminal manager and our management.
I thought this would be faster. I knew just this morning that he's traveling. So if I can catch up this, it will be like in person, somebody taking it over.
The decision the airport now makes could help save her life.
Hello, Swan, Mido here. Great, so I've got the approval.
The airport authorities are allowing the emergency medical files to be checked and delivered to the passenger in transit.
So we have got the approval.
This man's mother is in a critical condition. Now he can get a second opinion from their family doctor in India quickly. The gate is closing in minutes, but Maido has just enough time to find the passenger in transit and deliver this precious cargo.
You will just need, please, your passport to photocopy and your signature here.
JR is dealing with a difficult case in the airport today. A distressed woman is in transit but has no money. He has discovered she had a flight but did not get on it.
Purposely? You don't want to go home. You want to stay here.
His Tamil-speaking colleague is finally able to establish the situation. The passenger has been dismissed by her employer and can't stay in Singapore.
She's supposed to go to Chennai.
She has missed 2 flights already.
I just need to get the flight number of this lady, the one she missed last night from going to Chennai. I think her boarding pass is there. Can I just have the flight number? Actually, I don't understand her, but I think she purposely missed her flight because she doesn't want to leave Singapore. She's a maid, and then she was sent to the airport directly by the boss.
JR has been able to negotiate with the airline. In certain circumstances, airlines will offer a new flight for a small rebooking fee.
She's gonna pay for no-show fee only because Tiger was so nice to her because she doesn't have money. For lady. Yes.
This is how much she's holding?
She has 2,200 rupees. It's only around $47 Singapore dollars. Still not enough. I'll call her. I'll call her employer.
With just $47, this passenger cannot stay in transit indefinitely.
She's not picking up.
She no longer has a home or a job in Singapore. Will 3 dogs make their flight to Chicago?
No, we send morning already to them. Means they never do anything.
Will Tweety the quarantined macaw get to go home?
This is a quick test that tests for avian influenza.
And how will Agent Paul handle a woman who seems unconscious in Terminal 1?
Excuse me, ma'am. Emergency.
At the heart of Southeast Asia, Changi Airport is a hub for all kinds of folk.
You're just giving them a quick squirt.
And there's not much that phases Changi's intrepid agents. Where there are passengers, there are sometimes problems.
What happened again? I won't go like that again.
Now it's Agent Paul's turn to have a situation.
Madam, ma'am, are you all right? Madam, ma'am, madam, excuse me, ma'am, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. I'm not sure her condition, what condition she is. I think that's fast asleep. I didn't get a lady to wake her up. Madam, hi, madam. Hello?
Without making physical contact, Paul isn't able to wake this sleeping beauty, but a female colleague might.
Wendy, emergency. Go and check the pulse of the lady, hold the pulse. She didn't respond. We tried to call her, she didn't respond. See any pulse?
First up, check if the passenger is still alive.
Huh? Got pulse, huh? Yeah, I call CES.
You call M3 already?
No,
unconscious.
She's sleeping. I call supervisor first. I let her know first.
She has a pulse. Paul and Agent Wendy believe that this young woman has passed out.
Hey, we are at Terminal 1 here. There's a case of a lady, and she's fast asleep, and she's not responding to calling. The pulse was taken, was breathing, so we need you to advise us what next correction we should take. Terminal 1, opposite row number 6, at door number 2. Sure. Okay, sure. I'll do it then. First is to get her out from this stage. And then from there, I will move on. You give me a minute, I call my supervisor. I'm going to take a shot of her and send it to my supervisors.
All they can do is stay with her in case she comes around.
I'm going to get a wheelchair and try to lift up to the wheelchair. I'll be back.
Suddenly, Agent Wendy manages to wake her up. She's confused, but conscious.
Wendy need a wheelchair. She came about and she managed to move on to the rest area. And she sort of recovered for a while. And she claims she's all right, although we know that she's not quite. So she insisted that she can to be left alone.
JR is still dealing with a maid who does not have enough money to fly home and has been in the airport for almost 2 days.
Hello? Hi, good morning. JR here from Changi Airport. We have a situation here. I think your maid, she missed her flight last night. She didn't take the flight. Actually, we checked the money she has, the rupees. Converted to Singapore dollars, it's only $40 plus, so it's not enough. Now she's very helpless, and I think she really wants to go home. Based from what I can see and based from the conversation I had with her also. I can ensure that she's going to the flight. Are you willing to cash out the $70 for her with Tiger? Okay. Yeah, have a nice day. Bye-bye. It's just a small amount, you know. It's turned out to be this big. The employer is willing to transfer the money if we make sure that she's gonna be on the flight.
After almost 2 days in the airport, this passenger is going home.
Nisa, please just help me to rebook the flight.
Okay.
Tiger Air Transfer E.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully there's still availability on the flight.
Yeah, sure. I'll put it.
Yeah, thank you. I just hope she goes back home safely. Yeah, and I'm happy that we were able to help her.
At AVA's Animal and Plant Quarantine, Tweety, a macaw, is being detained. He could have been exposed to the deadly virus avian influenza or bird flu.
You heard it?
So he's been staying with AVA officers until he's been tested.
Tweety.
He's a popular inmate, but not so popular that he won't be put down if he fails the test.
I'm preparing the reagents needed to do the quick test that tests for avian influenza. This is the swab from the bottom of the cage. It has a bit of Tweety's poop on it. So we just need to swirl it. This gives us a good indication of the health status of Tweety.
Jan is performing an initial test before sending the samples to a lab for a conclusive answer. There are all sorts of problems that arise with animals in transit. Paperwork is king, and animal agents like Lance are key to a smooth transition. Today, he's taking 3 dogs who have been given a clean bill of health by AVA to the airport.
Usually, we try to get to the airport at about 3.5 to 4 hours before flight.
Lance's job is to help those family members who are not allowed on the seats have a stress-free flight.
We just don't want the animals to wait. We want to get them to the airport, process all the paperwork, and then the animal is settled in and they're ready to go.
These precious pooches face a 20-hour journey to Chicago via Frankfurt.
When the dog leaves, they cry. When the dog arrives, they cry. You know, they treat the dogs and animals like their children.
There's 101 things that can go wrong with animal cargo. But Lance, Singapore's very own Dr. Dolittle, has it covered.
I'll take them out, give them a little pat. Easy. Bye-bye. See you. about 15 minutes, so it should be done in another 5 minutes. It's just pictures to prove that I hand it over to the airline. The dogs are all in good condition, and it's also a proof, and I can send it to the owner as well.
But elsewhere, the work is just beginning for SATS Cargo. Tonight, they are particularly busy. It's the night of Singapore's annual Formula One. The SATS Cargo team have the nail-biting task of transporting hundreds of tons of precious cargo to Japan. The buck stops with Jesslyn, who has the toughest job in the airport tonight.
Today we are handling F1 outbound flights, as the next F1 race will be over this weekend in Japan.
On her womanly shoulders rest 240 crates of cargo that would normally be shipped out over 7 days. She has less than 24 hours to get it onto 6 scheduled flights to make the race in Japan. The convoy from trackside is starting to arrive at the Cargo Transshipment Center.
This is one of the problems that we are facing. The taller units can't enter CTC, so we have to pocket from outside.
Having the cars stacked too tall to enter their warehouse means SATS lose time.
Can you go closer?
Forking is their only option to get this show on the road. But Jesslyn has another headache.
We are supposed to have a transporter to transport the cargo onto the dolly. So the transporter is not here. Even the cargo is here, we cannot transport it onto the dolly.
Without the transporter onto which the heavy crates can be rolled fast and taken to the planes, Jesslyn doesn't have a hope of making the scheduled flights.
The truck is coming 5 minutes time. For the F1.
Correct. No, just the transporter.
Jesslyn has no option but to use manpower.
Now we are using men to push instead of transporter.
She may have a brave face, but if her team can't get these crates onto the planes, the Japan Grand Prix isn't going to happen. And then, hope on the horizon. The transporter is here. SATS are back in the game. The race is on.
This is just the first flight, and then we have 5 other flights to go.
While F1 cargo is back on track, Lance's precious cargo has come to a halt. The unthinkable has happened. Human error. These dogs are grounded.
So there is a pre-launch in that they will send to the...
They never send.
Information that was definitely sent to the airline has not been sent from the airline to cargo.
So they never send the FWB.
For Lance and the dogs, this is a disaster.
No, we send morning already to them. Means they never do anything.
Right, okay.
We always send to them the first thing in the morning.
The data is not in the system at the moment, and because of that, the dogs cannot fly.
The airline haven't entered the dogs' information into the system.
Yeah, they just started the electronic system today.
SATS have to do it, and boarding for the flight is already underway. Will 3 dogs make it to the plane on time?
They're safe, they're secure, I've given them plenty of water.
Will Jesslyn get F1's cars off the ground?
It doesn't seem like it's stable with the block, so we are getting some wooden beams to stabilize it.
JR is at the customer service counter, Transit Terminal 3. He's running out of vital supplies.
How many do we have? We're left with 46 passengers. Passengers love Changi Airport sweets. They will come to the information counter just to grab one. This counter is a basic counter. You must have everything. Babe, JR here. Any news about the sweets? But do we have? Okay. Who's coming? But maybe you're gonna get some for us. Okay, thank you. We might get a complaint if you don't have candies. Simple things like that. Yeah, we can encounter complaints, and we don't want that.
Customer complaints are a no-no at this airport. Agents provide all manner of creature comforts to pamper their precious passengers.
No more coming. We have blankets, water, bottled water, and sweets, all for free. We also have cookies, by the way. Oreos, biscuits. They're here. Good job.
Hello.
It's not enough, I'm telling you.
Like, take some sweets.
Okay. Happiness.
Animal agent Lance has hit a paperwork snag. He's waiting to see if 3 dogs can get on a flight to Chicago. But he gets back to hear the magic words from SATS Cargo.
Okay, we are all done here. Acceptance completed.
Time to go. They have to fly.
Our job is done. They're safe, they're secure. I've given them plenty of water, and I'm off.
At Animal and Plant Quarantine, there is some happy news.
How are you?
The test results have come back negative. Tweety does not have bird flu.
Oh, you're a good boy. I missed you. I love you.
There are plenty of long-awaited cuddles and kisses for him.
Hi, Patrick. Has he been like talking and whistling, or has he been pretty quiet?
Whistling the whole time I was here.
Oh, okay.
And I think he's a very good friend with Hanif now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna shake hands? Good boy. This is woo! Good job. Dance, 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 dance. That's all the tricks you know.
For the staff, it's time to say goodbye to their most talkative inmate.
Would you like staying here at the office? Get plenty of food to eat. You want to say bye to your friends?
Bye.
Bye.
I definitely get attached to animals that come here. I really love animals. Okay, bye. But obviously home is where the pet's owner is, so they have to go home.
Tweety is off home for some proper creature comforts.
Sir, move in please, first lane.
Meanwhile, passengers are trying to get some of their favorite treats onto flights. Deputy Shift Supervisor Moose deals with bags of all shapes and sizes.
A Thai passenger actually brought in a kind of food item wrapped up with a newspaper, and inside was actually a live fish with some water in it. You can see the fish is moving in the water.
What did you do with the fish?
We have to throw it away because it's liquids and it's more than 100 ml.
Changi bins, as usual, are overflowing. Mus, as usual, is fighting the good fight against waste. Today, he's promoting 100 milliliter bottles.
One of the options actually, you can purchase the 100 ml bottle at the Watsons. Okay, then you can transfer all this in the 100 ml bottles and you can have it with you. Do you remember you have any jar of marmalade?
Marmalade?
Oh. Yeah.
That?
Okay. This actually is not allowed to be on board because there's some liquids in it.
One pot of pesto will be rescued.
One option which I can offer you, whereby we can deliver this to your destination.
Yeah?
Using a speed post delivery.
$85?
Yeah.
It's too expensive. I won't.
Okay. I don't like throwing people items. If you ask me personally, I would like to save every single item that need to be thrown away.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, yeah?
Good to see you.
Okay.
No worries.
Enjoy your flight.
We will.
Garlic pesto sauce. It's quite a shame to throw this away.
Jesslyn and her team have worked through the night. 2 planes have been loaded with Formula One cargo. They're on schedule for Japan's race. But Jesslyn has another problem with an unwrapped and uneven load.
It may slide from the pallet dolly actually.
I think because the load is not evenly spread out. The cars are heavy on the front and the back one is only strapped down.
I can still...
get some beams here.
She's worried that these cars, worth $1 million Singapore dollars, might fall.
The blocks, they want beams. Can we get some from later? It doesn't seem like it's stable with the blocks, so we are getting some wooden beams to stabilize it.
For duty manager Gerard, brand new car means age-old solution. Gerard hopes that common sense, experience, and 2 planks will rescue the situation.
There's only 2 of these 20-footers, so that the rest of it will be easy.
The beams are going in. Gerard is orchestrating every inch of this procedure. The plan works. These cars make it out to the tarmac in one piece.
I'm glad it's finally over. Everything went well, and I think this is a really great success.
We need 4.
Next time, the annual Hajj pilgrimage leaves from Terminal 3.
Please give way, thank you. Most of our family members are already at the gate to wave us goodbye.
Passengers keep customer service on their toes.
Let's go, no time.
Take a SkyTrain, SkyTrain.
Singapore visa.
You have Singapore visa? Okay guys, come stand by. Get ready to close your barricade.
Singapore!
And migration season means more threats from the air.
No birds anymore.
In this episode, passengers receive the ultimate call.
It's a special gift for every Muslim who has the chance to be invited. It's a golden opportunity actually.
Kumar and the team discover something suspicious. And migration season means more threats from the air.
Might as well check what's it.
This is Singapore, where the old world meets new metropolis. At its heart is this, Changi Airport, Singapore's jewel in the crown. With unprecedented access, we go inside Changi, voted world's best airport, to find out what makes it tick.
It's landing in right now.
For passengers, it's an oasis of peace and calm. But for the 40,000 staff who keep it that way,
Emergency.
it can be anything but.
There was once we had a lost child and he ended up puking on our chair.
She purposely missed her flight because she doesn't want to leave Singapore.
If the bird has bird flu, we will have to put it down.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention, please?
Changi Airport is a gateway to over 300 cities around the world. And every year, over 50 million passengers pass through its 3 terminals. The annual journey of Hajj is about to take place. Flocks of pilgrims will begin their journey here at Changi, to the holy city of Mecca, where they will join 2 million others in procession around the sacred shrine. Iskandar, duty manager Terminal 3, is up early. Nearly 2,000 pilgrims and well-wishers are about to arrive.
We need 4. We need 4.
Those saying their goodbyes must be kept behind barriers at this Changi's biggest mass gathering.
The idea here is to isolate the pilgrims from the well-wishers, which is what we are doing right now.
In the past years, the well-wishers has tried to climb over the barricade. It's going to be nerve-wracking because we don't know what's the crowd size, and if it's going to be huge, it's going to go crazy.
Focus on the exits and then focus on the route to the departure immigration. Hello, hi, come along.
Iskandar has also been informed of a visit from the minister in charge of Muslim affairs. An accident in Mecca involving the death of over 100 pilgrims has the potential to make today's event tense.
The minister is here today essentially to give assurance to the pilgrims and their loved ones here that the ministry as well as the Islamic Council of Singapore is on top of things. After the prayers are done, they would then as a group collectively move. It's almost like a migration per se, and that's where we can actually assist.
If the well-wishers get overexcited, they could make a dash for departures.
Loved ones are here to send off all the pilgrims, so it can get a bit emotional. If they want to do their last goodbyes, let them be. But keep an eye of where they exactly are. The last we want is for someone who goes missing.
Meanwhile, airside tarmac is busy with arrivals and departures of a different kind. It's migration season. Changi Airport has to deal with seasonal threats from the air. Its inviting green turf is a stop-off point for winged travelers in transit. Bird strikes in this airport are rare and seldom cause damage to planes. But everyone is on alert at this time of year, including Changi Tower.
SICAS 616 Singapore Tower, line up runway 02 center. During the bird migration season, Singapore happens to be in a good geographical location where the birds will stop over. Sometimes you can see flocks of birds crossing the departure path or the landing path.
These unwanted guests are deterred from making Changi their transitory hub, with spikes to prevent roosting, lines to prevent fishing birds from feeding, and teams on the ground who patrol. Nizar is Airside Management's Wildlife Control Officer. He monitors anything that crawls or flies and is a potential danger to planes.
Before I started this job, I know nothing about birds. Seriously, to me a bird is just a bird. You know, it's an animal with wings that can fly, that's all. But after being exposed to this job, being exposed to different species of birds, you know, I'm actually quite fascinated by them.
Nizar's job is to study bird behavior at this airport.
They say that the birds are stupid, but it's ironically the opposite, you know. And when somebody calls you a bird brain, it doesn't mean that you're stupid. If you study the behavior of birds, you find that they are actually quite smart.
These smart birds are perched well away from the runway.
So as you can see right now, all the birds are up there, perching on the tower right there. And some of it are perching on the shrubs over there. Are they a threat to the aircraft? I would say no, okay? Because they are just settling down there. They're not in distress, they're not moving about. It's not going to affect any aircraft safety.
But these aren't the only birds in the vicinity of runway 2 today. he has spotted some large kites hovering.
When they hover around in the runways or taxiways, they saw carcasses down at the runway or taxiway. That's like free food for them, right? It's like they just pick it up and go. It saves them the trouble from hunting.
These birds of prey are attracted to something near the runway.
Worst thing that can happen is that the big birds are getting ingested by the aircraft engines. And when that happens, the aircraft will have problems landing and taking off.
If a bird like this were to get ingested, it would not survive, and in a worst-case scenario, could cause damage to the aircraft. Will this pregnant woman get to the gate on time?
5 packs, closing at 4.
Will some lost Hajj pilgrims make their flight?
Finding 3 people in this big crowd is not going to be an easy challenge. I'm going to cover sector by sector.
And will this man be allowed on the plane?
So if he cannot show that, we cannot check in.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention, please?
Singapore's Changi Airport is close to the equator, which means it's an attractive stop-off point for migrating birds. It's migration season, and Nizar, Airside Management's wildlife officer, is on patrol. He has been monitoring the behavior of some kites near runway 2. Bird strikes in this airport are rare, but Nizar's job is to be aware of what could happen in a worst-case scenario.
2 things can happen. It gets struck by the aircraft and it died, or another way is it gets ingested in the aircraft engines, pose a problem to the aircraft.
He's not the only one keeping watch over Changi's runways. In the Airside Management Centre, the Foreign Object Detection team have noticed something on runway 2. Their surveillance system has picked up a foreign object.
How long has it not been moving? Really?
They have notified Changi Tower, who will hold planes in the air so that they can pick it up.
VK1 Echo 4, make a right turn onto Echo Papa, contact Singapore ground on 121.85. Thank you. Rover 34, expect a closure after this landing for 5 minutes.
The foreign object detected by airside operations is a carcass. A free meal and attractive to passing birds of prey. Nizar is in cold storage. This is where all carcasses from the runway end up before they are sent for analysis each month.
Every week we get at least one or two wildlife carcasses found on the runway, either runway 1 or runway 2. And mostly the wildlife carcasses are birds, small birds to be exact.
These birds are stored for autopsy. If what they are eating is established, Nizar will be able to determine what attracts certain species to the airport. The aim is to have no birds in this freezer.
Alright. This is another swift. Yeah, looks in pretty good shape. Occasionally we do have bird strikes, and lucky for us, all the birds are smaller birds like doves. But in rare instances, we do get bigger birds like the white-bellied sea eagles and Brahmini kites. Sometimes I just can't help but feel pity for them.
Birds are not the only creatures that venture into this airport. There are some that come in through the drains.
This is a monitor lizard carcass. A lizard or birds, for that matter, can be ingested by an engine is because an engine works as like a vacuum, right? So whenever they are taking off or landing, the suction power is there. I mean, it's quite high, right? So anything that is less powerful than it can be just sucked in by the engine. It's a sad end for this particular monitor lizard. All right, here you go, big fella. Off you go.
All will be dissected and analyzed by Changi's wildlife consultants. It's the day of the Hajj departure at Terminal 3. At the check-in counters, SAT staff are getting the all-important briefing.
They will be checking by family. Make sure you sit them all together.
They're about to face the hordes from their 8 check-in counters. The minister in charge of Muslim affairs is about to arrive.
Hey, hi Nordin. Just check with you. Your director's car, right? Is the black Ford, right? Okay, a bit of a problem.
Yes, correct. So unless you want him to parallel park.
His parking space has been taken.
Yeah, correct. Ken, thank you so much.
Meanwhile, the Hajj pilgrims are flooding in to start their sacred journey.
It's one of our 5 Islamic pillars. Everyone, as a Muslim, have this intention in their heart to have this opportunity to be chosen to go for this pilgrimage.
I've been invited by Allah. It's a special gift for every Muslim who has the chance to be invited. It's a golden opportunity, actually.
This is our first time we are going, and we are very thankful to the God and very blessed with God. We pray our heart, we pray hard so that God bless us, and we will get blessing from the gods, inshallah. We will get Hajj. Alhamdulillah.
The minister arrives in time for prayer. To lend his support to those making this journey.
Ya Rahman, Ya Allah, ya Tuhan kami. Kami tahu kami manusia biasa yang banyak melakukan kesalahan. Demikian juga sekalian kaum muslimin dan muslimat ya Allah.
In the crowd, the hunt is on for 3 missing pilgrims who haven't checked in.
Yeah, finding 3 people in this big crowd is not going to be an easy challenge. I'm going to cover sector by sector, maybe from the left all the way to the right side, and even outside the airport itself.
The check-in staff are also looking for the 3 lost souls.
The others have been checked in. We have to close on time, so which is at actually around 4 o'clock.
But searching this crowd is like looking for 3 needles in a haystack.
You have cases where they stay at home. They are still waiting for their relative to visit them at home before they come to the airport. So we got to find them.
Time may be against tour leader Yazid, but he has faith that he will find them. Changi is a garden airport, lovingly tended by a large horticultural team led by the head designer Ashraf, who is determined to spread a little magic in the farthest reaches of the airport with his green fingers.
When passengers touch down or they look up from air, they look at the airfield, right? There should be some amount of landscaping, you know, to tell them they have arrived in the garden city of Singapore. We try to landscape every bit of space we can. There are some very strict regulations about what kind of plants you can put at the airfield and how close you can plant to the aircraft. A bit more there.
The water shoots.
In another part of the airport, a decision has been made to remove some of the shrubs to help prevent wildlife from visiting.
All these shrubs prove as an attractant to the smaller birds. If you want to beautify the airport, maybe we can use other alternatives. So that's why all these shrubs have to go.
Until that happens, it's business as usual for Nizar. Dispersal.
I'm gonna select the type of birds, the species, that corresponds to the distress calls that they're gonna emit.
Across the customer service counters, agents think on their feet to help over 120,000 passengers that pass through every day.
Let me try my best. I will try to help.
And every day, unusual connections are made. This one over a lost ukulele.
How cool
is that, man? Oh my God. So happy to see you. Really?
This passenger is paying his favorite agent a visit with his most precious possession.
Really? But so I just remember him. You never change. And you're still with your ukulele.
I still have my ukulele.
Oh my gosh. You see, it's been 5 years and I managed to find his ukulele.
I just came back from college. I just finished my college and I was excited to go home and I forgot to take care of my things, especially my passport. And she helped me find it.
Smile.
There's just enough time for a selfie, and it's back to work.
I was so sad because it's like a graduation gift and for my friends, it's like very sentimental value. So she found it and I was very happy.
I've got thousands of memories in Changi Airport for the past 8 years. But then you just cannot imagine, flashing back 5 years ago, there's one certain passenger that you have really put a footprint into his heart, you know? This is the beautiful thing about Changi Airport. It's a crossroads. Bye, Felix. Have a good day. Yeah, bye-bye.
This man cannot get on his flight to Manila because he doesn't have an onward-bound ticket. He needs to buy one, or he won't be allowed to board his flight.
The problem is before I can enter Manila, I need a plane out of Manila as well.
Correct, like a return ticket, right?
And I didn't know that, so I have to buy an outbound ticket.
What time is the flight?
Flight 17:15, so counter close another around 15 minutes or 10 minutes.
Can I borrow your telephone?
Yeah,
I just need a text message to get sent to it.
Sure.
I don't know if I bought a ticket or not, but I'm running out of time now. I go tell them that I bought a ticket and I'm just waiting for the itinerary.
He may or may not have a ticket, but he's going to try and check in anyway.
Sir.
He thinks the payment's gone through, but he doesn't have a reference number that he can show check-in.
So if he cannot show that, we cannot check in.
We're gonna give him another 5 minutes. But the Wi-Fi is so slow.
Yeah, you can use my phone, sir. Which website? We are trying to repeat the process again to see whether for now the payment can go through or not.
Yeah, come on. Continue. I have a booking.
Yeah,
ID.
you can show them. Success? Yeah, we're trying to see.
Depends on what
this
nice lady says.
Okay, so that right now you go straight to the boarding gate, but after when you receive the email, then you just to keep it inside your phone, okay? And let us show the immigration of Philippines.
Okay, then I need to access Wi-Fi in the Philippines again. Okay, thank you very much.
It's really a close call. I'm glad he managed to get his boarding pass and go to Manila. Okay, sir, turn right after immigration, okay? No problem. He was really stressed. He cannot even register what we are asking him. So that shows how pressurized he was for time.
Across the terminals, 120,000 passengers a day are on the move. Running, crawling, connecting. The airport has a life of its own. While most navigate their way, some are in need of a little assistance.
Is there a playground here?
Oh yes, there is a playground here.
Agent Paul is in Terminal 2 today.
I lost my sister.
You lost a sister?
My sister. Her name is Daniati Subhia. She's pregnant in about 20 weeks.
Okay, hold it. Where did you lose a sister?
About
just a moment
10
ago.
until
In this terminal?
Yes.
10
Okay,
minutes.
just go down. I need to know some details.
I have to know gate D40.
Sorry?
We have flight at 4.
4 o'clock flight?
Yeah.
Can I see boarding pass? Just confirm.
Yes, of course.
This is not my boarding. This is my passport.
Oh, boarding is 3-4. I tell you, sir, because it's almost gate closing. You need to go. Right now, we cannot pitch for you because we're not able to pitch. We have 1 hour come. So what you do now, you go right to the gate.
Okay.
Hopefully she's there now.
Okay.
okay, huh?
Can you check it?
Yeah, I'll check for you. 976. Go crossing D40. You got to go terminal 1, sir. Let's go now because there's no time. We'll take a train now. Probably she's there because if she's not there,
I cannot leave her.
where is she?
I don't know where she
Okay, maybe see right now because gate is closing now. You hope she's there. If she's not there, you miss the flight already. She cannot be there. If you say she's here. Okay, don't run. It's okay, it's okay. Okay. Sir, it's okay, sir. Come on, sir. How many of you?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Take the sky train.
Pakai kereta.
5 packs, closing at 4. SQ 976, D40. Okay, thanks. Sir, I've reminded my colleague to call them to inform me that one passenger is a pregnant lady, so they should probably hold for you.
They wait for us.
Because anyway, I can accompany you.
Okay, thank you very
I'll
much.
try to. Don't not to worry. I think they should be okay. In case they're good, I'll explain you.
Thank you very much.
It's okay.
Will a group of passengers become stranded in Singapore?
You have Singapore visa.
Will the lost Hajj pilgrims check in on time?
They have to be here by 4 o'clock. They're going to miss the flight.
And will a Japanese band take Changi by storm?
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention, please?
It's migration season at Singapore Changi Airport. And transit is busy with tourists traveling from east to west, west to east, and hordes of neighboring globetrotters. With personal shoppers,
Sunflower garden, okay.
themed gardens, and a swimming pool. The world's best airport knows how to pamper its passengers. In Terminal 2, Agent Paul is with a pregnant woman and her family as they try to make their flight. He has tried to buy them extra minutes by calling ahead to the gate.
I go with you. I go with you. I think most likely they will hold for them because they're 5% and one of them being a pregnant lady, they will take into consideration.
Welcome to Terminal 1.
This time they are lucky and are allowed to board their flight.
Thank you, sir. Welcome, you're welcome.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
very much.
Have a good flight. I feel happy for them that they managed to catch a flight and they will have a pleasant Bangkok holiday.
The Hajj migration needs to depart. 3 pilgrims have gone missing. 1 has been found.
Our counter closes at 4 o'clock. That's 5 minutes to 4 now. I have checked with our airline representative and he's going to give another 10 more minutes.
They have to be here by 4 o'clock. The departure gate is going to open and then everybody going to board and they're going to miss the flight.
There's also a last-minute demand for wheelchairs.
No wonder we're waiting for a wheelchair. So I need another 2 more. I've already called him earlier on.
From here to the gate, it's a long distance walk, so we prefer they will take the wheelchairs.
That means
All of the chairs are in use as older passengers are helped into departures.
Hello? Yeah, hi, Triple S. Okay, can you tell me, did you send a wheelchair for 59 Juliet?
Check-in is about to close and boarding is about to begin. 2 pilgrims are still waiting.
Most of our family members are already at the gate to wave us goodbye, but we're still waiting for the chair.
2 passengers need to be found. They are about to miss their flight and their pilgrimage to the sacred shrine.
Boarding is like 5 o'clock.
By some miracle, Yazid locates the 2 remaining passengers. They will be flying to Mecca after all.
Right, we found our last 2 and they are going in.
Now.
We're so excited now. At last we got the wheelchair now. We're ready to go.
There are smiles all round on the wheelchair front. Boarding at last for these patient passengers. In Terminal 2, another crowd of well-wishers is expected. This time, fans of a Japanese band, and they may need some help restraining themselves.
The group's name is Alice 9. They have arrived from NH, so this is how the deployment is going to be.
The band are about to arrive. The barriers are out, but the hordes are not.
This is very typical of Changi. We do get a lot of people that's coming in, especially to come, celebrities that come through this way.
Their Changi welcome is a fan base of two.
The Big Hong Rock Band alternative from Japan, and then just finished their tour in Hong Kong, so they're coming over to Singapore.
Okay guys, come stand by, get ready to close your barricades. The group is coming out, take note FYI.
Have you seen worse than this?
Of course.
Singapore!
In departures, Agent Nina has a group of passengers with whom communication is limited.
You speak Bangladesh, right? Hello?
Bangladesh.
All Bengali speakers are on cases at the moment, so today they are dealt with by phone.
Bangladesh.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম হ্যাঁ আমাদের এয়ারপোর্ট অবস্থান করছে কিন্তু এয়ারপোর্ট থেকে আমাদের সিঙ্গাপুর আমাদের সিঙ্গাপুর থেকে একটা রুম দেওয়া হয়েছে আমরা সেই রুমে অবস্থান করছি
Nina can only get the basics and must take this on herself.
So their flight got cancelled and they were given accommodation. And then today they're supposed to fly off at 5 p.m. but they cannot find the same person who actually gave them the information.
The passengers are trying to get to Pekanbaru, but for some reason aren't able to check in.
You have boarding pass?
Boarding pass, rooms.
The language barrier means detective work.
Have you already been issued boarding passes?
Me rooms.
Wait, No, okay, then... Okay.
There's a big problem with this group of passengers.
You have Singapore visa?
Singapore visa.
Indonesia.
A visa red flag on the system means they can't fly out of Singapore.
No?
Sisters, Singapore to Pekanbaru, Pekanbaru to Dhaka.
Their problem is not with their flight to Pekanbaru, but with their later flight to Dhaka, which transits in Singapore.
Pekanbaru, Singapore, Singapore, then Dhaka.
I cannot clear the visa thing. The thing is that he arrived here on the 18th. The Dhaka flight is only on the 24th, which is like 6 days.
The system is saying that they need a visa to make their return flight to Dhaka. Right now, they are stuck in Changi Airport, unable to fly anywhere.
Visa ki Singapore ko na, bigay Indonesia.
Indonesia visa.
Inside the terminals is where the horticultural department reigns supreme.
This one seems to be more golden.
More golden and shorter and a bigger center.
The 150,000 real plants grown on site feed the luscious displays, providing the peace and calm for which Changi is renowned. And then there's this, Terminal 3's Green Wall. It's a 4,500 square meter garden wall made up of 25,000 plants. And from here, Ashraf can oversee his green kingdom.
We are actually in the green wall overlooking the baggage claim hall. If I like push this screen aside, you can actually look through and see the baggage claim hall at Terminal 3. See a child, there's a child there coming with a teddy bear, you know. They just arrived, you know. But the child doesn't know that we are up here working.
In this airport, even gardening leaves no mess.
The green wall has been designed in such a way that it doesn't fall at anyone on the arrival hall. There are catches between the layers of the green wall to prevent it from landing on people right at the arrival hall.
In this precision airport, plants are grown to fit the exact width and height for this giant display.
Sometimes nature will not go the way you want it to go. We found some gaps in the green wall where the plants were not growing so well. Because these other plants has grown so big and bushy, they've crowded out the light. So this poor guy here, he can't grow so well. So we are going to take him out and change him to a taller plant.
Only the planting is done by human hands. Its automatic irrigation system means this green wall can take care of itself. Watering mist is dispensed every hour to create the perfect finish.
The mist is descending on us. This mist is part of the green wall automation. If you happen to be at the arrival level, you'll be looking up and see this 4,500 square meter of greens, with clouds of mist coming down. It's quite a wonderful sight. What more could a gardener ask for?
Nizar's plan to safeguard aircraft is to deter the flocks of small birds attracted to the airport's turf and in turn get rid of their predators.
If you eliminate the smaller birds, then the bigger birds will find that there'll be lesser birds to prey on. And eventually they will move away from the airport and find other places where they can actually hunt. Ah, good. They are fighting. Yes! There's no birds anymore.
A party of passengers are stuck in Changi Airport.
The thing is that he arrived here on the 18th. The Dhaka flight is only on the 24th, which is like 6 days.
They're unable to fly out because of a visa problem with their return flight which transits in Singapore.
They got return flight to Singapore. Yes, that's a the one who got return flight to Singapore is the main problem one. Then their flight to Dhaka is only on 24,
The flight desk have now found out that they are a party of 15.
12? 12, ask them to come down now. Now. Total 15? Okay.
15 stuck in the airport is a bigger problem for Changi.
Hopefully this time no
Okay.
problem.
So they override the outward bound tickets. These passengers will be allowed to travel to Pekanbaru, but they will face the same problem when they try to leave Indonesia. But it's one day at a time.
We are happy.
Bye. Okay, 4 o'clock, okay?
At baggage detection, what will Kumar and the team make of this souvenir? And will Changi find a locksmith in time?
Can all come back tomorrow with my bag still locked. This is the lock.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention, please?
Singapore Changi Airport is a world of its own, where people and cultures come together.
He wants to print it out now.
Some want to build a better life for their families. Others come for the big Asian adventure, emotional farewells, and happy hellos. Go hand in hand with everyday drama. The Immigration and Checkpoints Authority are, as always, securing Singapore's border. Kumar and his team at the baggage detection unit are on duty, waiting for a flight from Bali.
Thank you. Passengers are out, bags are out. Which one is the BSF flight?
The scanner has picked up something significant.
Dah masuk dalam.
Take a second. This is.
You guys are here for holidays?
Yes.
And how many days would that be?
3 nights.
3 nights.
Back to Switzerland.
Switzerland. Okay.
These tourists have brought what looks like a dagger into Singapore.
Dagger? Spear?
It's a souvenir from
Two-sided? Actually, it's not a dagger itself. A dagger is two-sided blade, but this is more of a one-sided, and it's just a normal decorative kind of knife. Guys,
Open one-sided blades under 30 centimeters are permitted.
Do you have anything to declare, sir?
Customs.
Any shop items in your bag?
Yeah, I work as a chef.
Chef?
Yeah.
Kitchen knife?
Yeah. I'm working in Indonesia.
Right.
Okay, thank you so much.
We're going to stay here for 67 days.
67 days. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Just in front there, hotel reservations. Get the best deal. Just engaging with small checks helps a lot. That few seconds, we will be able to find out whether are they giving me any kind of telltale indicators. Right, there you go. Thank you so much.
There's yet another sharp item that has come up on the scanners, the fourth on a single flight.
Where you arrive from?
Arrive from
Bali. Bali. Pocket knife in the bag.
Hi, together?
Pardon? Pocket knife. Any sharp items?
Knife, yes.
Can I take a look? Is it just in the middle?
Sini, sini.
Alright, sir. Thank you. He has a manually open knife. We are searching for flick mechanism. Usually there's a button, it's a flick mechanism. The police guidelines doesn't allow that.
Another day on the beat is over for Kumar. Travelers are good, and so are the borders.
They are perfectly fine. They're genuine travelers. As I mentioned earlier, bona fide, and nothing found against them. No problem. So we create a Changi experience for them.
It's a busy morning at the customer service counters.
Just walk straight that way.
Yeah. You have to go now. They're
For the airport's frontline staff, no problem is too great or too small. They will rise when they can to every request. This man wants a locksmith.
I just need someone to help me to open.
He has locked himself out of his suitcase with the world's smallest lock.
I'm in a hurry. My passport's upstairs. Yeah, so I'll just wait here. Not a problem.
They will come as soon as possible.
Yeah, here in the airport itself?
Yes.
I've just gotten from town. I've got a flight to catch at 7, and then I've realized that I no longer have the key to my bag. I've been, all over the place wondering what's got to be done. For certain, I cannot go back to Bombay for one day with the bag locked and come back tomorrow with my bag still locked.
His gate closes in 15 minutes.
Of course, this being Changi Airport, I was told, go to customer service, they can do this for you. They've done this before, so I'm hoping I can sort out the problem. Put something in and, Thank you. Okay, man. Thanks a lot. Very good.
Good afternoon.
Maybe you can help me.
This passenger has lost his glasses.
How does it look like?
Metal frame.
Metal frame. The brand?
No brand.
Someone...
Just only 5 minutes ago, I went to find the station first, and I can't have that unlimited time because I have a plane waiting.
Sir, you have a seat first. Let me go and check at the internet station that is nearby here.
Okay.
It's better for you. You just have a seat first. I can't find any glasses, so I'm going to the next stop.
Sometimes agents will demonstrate their devotion to customer service by running in transit. This is one of those times.
I know where the nearest internet kiosk is, so hopefully I can find it.
The passenger has a flight to catch and he can't see a thing.
Taken into mind that he's quite old, it could be a bit difficult to remember things, so all he remembered was he used a computer. Found it. Found it. Let's go, no time. I just hope he's happy. Found.
Oh, found.
Where
He
is
left already, but he will come back. So we'll just try to see.
From lost glasses to lost passenger. But at least she's done her daily cardio.
Hello. Found them.
Which Would you believe we found your glasses?
Yeah, I believe. You know why I believe? Nobody wants to steal that. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a nice day, sir. Enjoy Changi. Bye.
At Terminal 1, a passenger has lost his phone. He last saw it in the snooze lounge.
Usually the phone...
Space gray. Is it?
Yeah, I think what the gray one.
Did you try to go back and check, sir?
Yeah, I will first check. Okay, you can try to check first, sir, and then she will go with you over there, sir. If not, then we can just do the loss report here. And maybe you can just double check inside your bag.
Nah, this is the mobile bag.
This is the only
Yeah, this
one
is
that
my
you
only
have.
bag.
Oh, okay, maybe you can just go back to that place.
This is my second phone on just 6 days. I lost one phone in Pakistan that was snatching by gunpoint in Pakistan. And this is the second one I lost while sleeping.
It may be just a phone, but it's the only way his wife can contact him.
My wife will be in trouble. She will be waiting on Sydney Airport.
It's here. Okay.
Happily, there are no bandits in this snooze lounge. The phone turns out to be exactly where he left it.
Okay. Are you sure that's your phone? Check. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this is my phone. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, then good that you found your phone, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Okay. Thank you.
The Hajj migration is about to take flight. 270 pilgrims are leaving for the holy journey of a lifetime. Some could be saying goodbye for the last time. Iskandar has succeeded in making Changi's largest mass migration a smooth and peaceful transition to departures.
I always have a soft spot for this moment, and sometimes if you can see the expression of those sending the pilgrims off, it speaks for themselves.
Boarding gates are now a holy place for final prayer. Next time,
of all things to stop our Bali trip.
a volcanic eruption in Bali leaves thousands of passengers stranded in the airport.
Bali airport's not functioning, so I'm sort of stranded.
What's $400 to an airline?
In Terminal 1, the kinetic rain has stopped.
How long you need? Because almost final. If it doesn't work, really, I'm going to cry, man.
And Star Wars comes to Changi.
You see, life size is just, I have really no words to describe how I feel actually as a fan of Star Wars.
This time, holiday season tests the airport to its limits. A natural disaster threatens to disrupt its famously smooth operations.
Bali airport's not functioning, so I'm sort of stranded.
A brand new terminal is under construction.
This project is one of the iconic projects in Singapore at this moment.
And a passenger hits the jackpot in Terminal 1.
She walked away with $1 million!
This is Singapore, where the old world meets new metropolis. At its heart is this, Changi Airport, Singapore's jewel in the crown. With unprecedented access, we go inside Changi. voted world's best airport. To find out what makes it tick.
It's landing in right now.
For passengers, it's an oasis of peace and calm. But for the 40,000 staff who keep it that way,
Emergency.
it can be anything but.
If an aircraft were to land short of the runway, they will carry out firefighting and rescue out at sea.
They have to be here by 4 o'clock. They're gonna miss the flight.
I can't even see where's the arrival now.
Singapore's Changi Airport is one of Southeast Asia's busiest hubs. The lure of lands that lie close to the equator bring millions of extra visitors looking for adventure and hoping for the best holiday ever. But Mount Rinjani has erupted and the airport for the super popular holiday destination Bali is closed. There have been no flights to the island for 24 hours and Changi is bearing the brunt with stranded passengers.
Well, the airport's not functioning, so I'm sort of stranded and I've got no money. I've been running around the airport all day to try and find a charger cable.
I haven't slept in 2 days. I haven't showered. I feel disgusting.
Brothers Kirsch and Mike have come to Asia for an excellent surfing adventure in Bali. They are a long way from home and will not be catching any waves for a while.
A volcano, like, you know, of all things to stop our Bali trip.
Yeah. I would have liked to have been on the plane though while it was happening, just in the middle of the ash clouds, just flying.
Yeah. Epic visuals.
That would be nice.
Worried about that.
Now, they must hatch an escape plan.
Hopefully the flights in the morning now will just be, try and get some, hopefully. Hopefully the situation will improve.
I want to get some waves.
I know, that's what we came here for, like, so. If we can't make the dream now, Mike, what are we going to do? We're going to have to try and get to Sumatra, I think. Yeah. And just try and snag some waves over there in the meantime.
Yeah, or Sumbawa.
No way, look at that. We're just stuck here, man.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this airport has weather challenges of its own.
I think it's going to be a rough day today.
Peak season comes hand in hand with monsoon and the danger of lightning. On the tarmac, SATs are working and a storm is coming.
So later, just careful, drive slowly. Singapore is one of the serious places for lightning strikes. I have sometimes phobias about lightning because I've gone through a lightning strike, and if it's a bad weather or if there is a lightning warning, I'm always sometimes very cautious to not be under the aircraft, keep myself safe onto a place that I will not be struck by lightning.
With the Southeast Asian monsoons come frequent thunderstorms, and planes on the tarmac act as a conductor for electricity.
The tail is the highest point on the ground, so the lightning will go through the tail and then come down. I'm the end point that will go through me and then go down to the ground.
Edward won't be sheltering under a plane when this storm hits, and it's close. The pushback team must get as many planes as they can, as fast as they can in the air.
We hope to get the aircraft out as soon as possible before the weather changes to worse. Signal.
In their world, every second counts. When the lightning hits, these teams will have to get off the tarmac to safety. Rinjani is still releasing ash. Bali Airport is still closed, and Changi passengers aren't going anywhere. These newlyweds had planned to spend their honeymoon on a Balinese beach. But it's not to be.
The idea was to end our honeymoon in a very special way in Bali, relaxing in the beach.
Now, what we find out is that the volcano does not allow us to go to Bali.
And we cannot go to Thailand or anywhere because we don't have visa.
So the only visa we have is Indonesia. And the only places they are asking
to go is Charasharshan.
Jakarta, Bandunga, and Samarang.
The airline hasn't given them many options. They have come a long way, and they don't know the region.
Jakarta, no?
It's a nice city, Jakarta.
Actually, never been.
But it has some places that are like
shopping mall.
Yeah, malls.
Is Jakarta nice?
Never been to Jakarta.
You? Nice?
Very congested. Decision time for this couple. SATs are no longer on the tarmac. Control tower are handling air traffic in low visibility conditions. Many pilots won't land in this weather. Air traffic controllers will have to space the aircraft further apart to ensure safe operations.
During bad weather, you can really, you can hardly make up where is the aircraft. Like, I can't even see where's the arrival now.
If visibility diminishes further, many pilots will decide to either stay in the air or stay on the tarmac.
There's an aircraft that's supposed to land, but he has just aborted the landing and just pull up again. There's a lot of challenges now to make a safe landing, but aircraft are still willing to come in to try it out.
A
stranded student has missed her flight.
You come to me, I will check with those companies.
But she's having trouble getting cash to buy a new ticket. So Agent Mabuba is playing mum.
Has your card been activated for international use? No.
Because since it's MasterCard, so I just thought like...
No, you have to call your bank and tell them to activate it for your international use. I think we go to the info counter and sit there. Hi.
I want to see my mom because she did not make it for my graduation. So I just want to go and see her. She kind of scolded me like, how could you miss your flight, a grown-up?
Mabuba isn't scolding, but she does need to take care of this young passenger. The next step is to see if her card works online.
It's not going through. Most likely the flight is fully booked. It's not going through.
The one on 21?
Yeah. It's taking a lot of time, you see.
I can't say I can't fly today. I have so much hope I can fly today.
Will Bali passengers remain stranded in the airport?
I'll have to just wait around airports until they open up Bali, I guess.
Will this couple get to have a honeymoon?
What's $400?
Yeah.
One airline.
And what will happen when Terminal 1's main attraction stops working?
I won't feel good if the system is down.
The hypnotic kinetic rain, first in the world outside Germany where it was made, has won the hearts of many. The raindrops dance non-stop for passengers in Terminal 1 every day. But today, it has come to a standstill. Over 1,200 drops are not sinking. They have to be serviced. And it's a big job for Suresh, the engineer in charge of this display.
I won't feel good if the system is down. So I used to it. So I don't want to disappoint any passengers.
Suresh has taken care of Changi's most iconic display for the last 4 years.
I am unable to start the system because slave 0 is unable to restart.
Slave 0 is codename for one of the panels, the one that's out of sync with the rest. But the technology has to be remotely accessed by the makers in Germany who are still asleep.
I will try my best to reset. If not, I will, because usually there is a 7 hours difference between Germany and Singapore, right? So the guy will be back to office around 1 p.m. Singapore time.
This means that Terminal 1's main attraction will not be working properly for the rest of the day. This stranded student has missed her flight to Johannesburg. She can't buy a new one as websites are jammed and her bank card is locked. She's stuck, so Agent Mabuba is using her personal mobile to phone this student's bank.
It's an international call. It's very expensive. Okay, I'm going to transfer you to the customer service for the bank. When you talk to them, tell them that you are stuck in Singapore. You are in process of buying tickets.
This little girl lost has played her cards right.
I need you to activate this card.
Hello? So I'm stuck in Singapore and I need to use my card to buy my ticket. So can you activate my card? Thank you so much.
So is it done?
Yes, finally I'm going home.
She gets to go home to see her mom on time.
Peak season brings more holidaymakers to Singapore Changi Airport. The more travelers, the more work for the staff.
Enjoy surfing. Singapore is entering the holiday period, so we can expect a high traffic of passengers.
Normally, Changi can handle the heaviest of traffic, but even it can't handle the forces of nature. Mount Rinjani has erupted in Indonesia, and thousands of passengers are stranded.
You have one?
Many can't afford a hotel,
No, it's gone. Sorry.
and so are staying in the airport until the ash clears.
I'll have to just wait around airports until they open up Bali, I guess. And luckily I've met a friendly fellow who said he'll even lend me the money to pay for my visa into Bali. There he is.
Always help a brother out in need, eh? That's it. He's a good bloke, this one, I know from his face. I strongly believe that if I was in this situation, I'd like someone to come to my rescue and aid, you know. It's out of your control, you know, that kind of thing.
And you get to meet good people along the way.
That's it, that's it. That's it.
These two good people from Argentina booked a honeymoon in Bali at a bad time. The airline has offered to fly them to other places they don't want to go. But they've now decided to stay in Singapore and want a cash refund for their indefinitely cancelled flight.
If we stay here, they are giving us a refund voucher for the flight, but the refund voucher is only good for AirAsia airline. That airline doesn't fly in South America, so the voucher is good to us as toilet paper, basically.
With a voucher they cannot use and extra costs to cover the unavoidable change in plans, this couple will have to economize.
What's $400 to an airline? To us, it means ending our honeymoon in a very good way. To them, it's nothing, it's just change. If only I could get the money back from the flight ticket, at least I could use that money to stay in Singapore, which is a city I like. I mean, I really think I was going to be somewhere else with a summer landscape, with a smile like this in my face. Now I have a little smile.
On the tarmac, one storm at least has cleared and flights are back to normal.
Looks good now. Looks like the storm dissipated.
The airport can now resume work on its brand new terminal, Terminal 4, for 16 million new passengers. This massive operation has an equally massive workforce who get up early.
1, 2, 3, 4. Open, close, open, close. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch the arms to their full length and make a full circle.
Building this terminal is hard work. It's the job of these men to construct an ambitious terminal with boulevards of live indoor trees, green walls, and giant lanterns. On this project, every marble floor, new roof, or last truss is celebrated and sanctified by visiting VIPs. But the datelines are tough, and the pressure is felt by every member of this enormous team. Terminal 4 cost $1 billion, and all eyes are on site managers like Robin.
Changi Airport Terminal 4 project, I think we are being looked at by all people from all over the world. Yeah, so if we fail to achieve the schedule and the opening date of the Terminal 4, many people will be looking down, but they will be disappointed that we have claimed that we can achieve, but we fail to deliver.
Project manager Leslie's challenge is to build a bridge across Airport Boulevard, the only road into Changi Airport, in a 2-hour time frame, so that delays to airport traffic are minimal.
This pier is going to support a beam that spans across the highway. This is going to be a closure whereby traffic will be diverted out of the airport. Yeah, it's simple.
Meanwhile, grounded Bali passengers are looking for some entertainment.
Sweet. If nothing else fails, beers.
Brothers Mike and Kirsch are going to Bali. At least that was the plan, for a surfing holiday of a lifetime. But Rinjani has put pay to that. They are weighing up the options.
Basically, the options are we either stay here the night and just kind of cut our losses and just hope that a flight comes up tomorrow.
No, there'll be regular flights to Jakarta all the time.
Or flight to Jakarta, pardon me, Jakarta tomorrow. Tonight. And then just get a hostel for the night.
It's too much fanning about though.
What, a bit too much effort or?
Yeah, like for turning up late and doing everything late and dark and everything.
It's an hour's flight though. Should we have a look just to see then when the flights are? I feel like now, then it won't be so bad then, will it?
Their problem is that no one knows when Bali Airport will open. So they either stay in Changi and hope the dust clears by morning, or carry on travelling. Kirsch wants to stay in a hostel in Jakarta.
No chance.
Mike wants to camp out here at the airport.
Just bum around, have a bit of a drink.
In Terminal 1, Suresh from the mechanical engineering team has a problem with his main display. The airport's iconic kinetic rain. It has developed a fault, and he has been waiting for a remote reset from the makers in Germany.
See, please wait, okay, all system back. You can proceed servicing. Remember to load the show before you start next time.
It's all good. All that needs to happen now is to buff up each and every drop to a shine. Time to raise the display and start. Or not. The reset of panel slave 0 has worked. But now a single pesky drop is dangling. Will Mike and Kirsch get a flight to Bali?
Not being able to get in the safe is just horrible.
Will the Terminal 4 team build an airport bridge in 2 hours?
We are going to run into a couple of $100,000 of loss if everything were to fail.
And how will horticulture fill the holes in their giant noble fir tree?
Don't be so rough, huh?
Mountain Rinjani in Indonesia is still spewing ash. And all flights to Bali from Changi are still cancelled. The airport is a free hotel for many passengers tonight. And wave chasers Mike and Kirsch are looking for somewhere to sleep.
Probably going to be in the same predicament. It's definitely first time to Asia.
Yeah, so it's a new experience pretty much, but
Cool-
yeah,
cool vibe.
Can't wait to get to Bali now. That's the only reason why we're here, for the waves.
Yeah.
And yeah, not being able to get in the safe is just horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't.
They've decided to join the crowds of others, take their chances with the morning flights from this airport, and bed down for the night.
I can't believe we travelled halfway around the world to sleep in Singapore airport, like.
While passengers sleep, Christmas comes to Changi. The horticulture department have ordered a giant noble fir tree from the USA.
I'm just praying that it'll be a perfect tree.
1, 2, 3.
She needs it to be perfect because it's Changi Airport and it's Terminal 2's holiday season centerpiece. But it's not to be. The tree hasn't traveled well.
Don't be so rough. Huh?
Not only are the branches broken, there are giant holes. For Selvi, this is a horticultural mini crisis. She's not the only one dealing with problems tonight. Terminal 1's kinetic rain system is not working. A rogue drop has a fault. Suresh is working late to solve the problem.
There's some error. It can't align with the rest of the drops. So I've now tried to fix it. Why?
The drop is not responding to remote alignment.
It's not a human brain, it's automation system. I think so. Machine is not so powerful than a human brain. Sometimes machine may misbehave.
Since all his machines are misbehaving, Suresh sends his men into Terminal 1's roof to try to manually align this drop.
Do you feel the pressure?
Yes, I won't show it in my face, but inside, yes.
Agent Genevieve is taking care of a New Zealand national. His mother has passed away, and the funeral is in 2 days' time. He has flown from New Zealand to Singapore to get on an urgent flight to India.
He's not able to go on a flight today because he doesn't have a visa to go to India. There's no way the ground handler is gonna take the risk and get a boarding pass for him.
I had to travel in such a hurry that I would attend funeral, but now it is difficult. It's leaving now. Actually, it's.
Do you have any business or employment visa? No. Can I take a look at your passport? I'm looking at his itinerary, his ICU hospitalization certificate, and also the death certificate. There's nothing much I can do now because all this is actually all up to the India immigration.
Although I'm actually originally from India, born in India. Yeah.
Now that you need a visa.
Genevieve hasn't given up.
Let me see if India has transit visa, so that you just look like you are transiting in India instead of staying over there.
Oh, okay.
He looks really calm. He looks like he's handling this situation really well, but then I can feel that he's really going through a lot of turmoil inside.
I mean, it's not. I'm not distressed. I am, but I'm helpless. So that is the case here.
I'm sorry, sir. From the internet, it says that it takes about 3 to 5 days for the process. Yeah. So transit visa is not applicable in this case.
Genevieve has one last piece of information for him. It will give him a chance.
One option is you wait till tomorrow, you head down to India Embassy and apply for the emergency visa.
Okay.
Yeah, just let me write it.
Thank you for your help.
I'm so sorry about this.
Changi Airport is building a new terminal for 16 million new passengers. Tonight is the night that the Terminal 4 team have to erect a 200-ton airport bridge over one of the roads that carries passengers to Changi's terminals.
Very stressful because we have a timeline for this lift. We are only given certain hours to close this route.
They need to close 4 lanes in one direction to lift the concrete girders into place. These 2 100-ton blocks will arrive shortly. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Quiet time. The enemy of the operation is tailback on the live road. Too much and passengers won't make their flight, so the operation will be called off.
We have sleepless nights because this project is a very tight schedule, 25 months, and a very big project sum of 1 billion.
No, we didn't even do this. We didn't even do this, right?
Have. If there's any disruption, we have to pull off the whole operation, and that involves a lot of manpower. We will lose face if we fail to deliver.
They will also lose money.
We are going to run into a couple of $100,000 of loss if everything were to fail.
Now the beams have arrived before the scheduled road closure. The team's sudden start ahead of schedule is under more pressure because, as feared, there is instant gridlock.
Basically, other than the traffic itself, there's also the taxi queues that is coming in for the passengers.
But it's hard to move fast and safely with 100 tons of concrete.
Any swinging or booming in a correct, improper position will actually jeopardize the whole lifting operation.
Time to lift. For speed, this team is doing a tandem lift, using 2 750-ton cranes to get these concrete girders in place in such a tiny window. A missing person has been reported in Terminal 3. Somebody's granny has vanished into thin air. Her relatives have reported to Agent Alicia that she boarded the flight which has arrived, and there is one unclaimed suitcase on the belt.
You saw this passenger already? The relatives, I think the daughter is waiting outside, but
I don't see.
Yeah, she arrived at B2. If she approached us, let me know.
The passenger has been missing for 2 hours. If Alicia can't find her, the police will have to get involved.
The passenger's bag is still at the carousel in arrival. So, with 2 confirmations of the immigration and the bag, 100% or 90% the passenger is still in transit. I'm going down now to check to find the daughter. Okay, thank you. Bye.
As the night draws to a close, the Terminal 4 team have kept the airport bridge operation on track. By doing a tandem lift, using 2 massive cranes to get the giant girders into place fast, they have combated too much queuing traffic and are about to complete. Nothing is going to stop Leslie from making memories.
Do you feel slightly emotional about it or not?
No, you shouldn't get emotional with work. No!
Come on.
Agent Alicia has been looking for a missing grandma for over 2 hours and was about to inform the police. But the relatives have news.
The itinerary is supposed to be SQ833.
Okay.
And then we found out there's also another updated itinerary.
As in updated itinerary, as in?
She's supposed to go on SQ835 instead.
After 2 hours of searching, the information turns out to be wrong. Grandma is on a later flight, and the suitcase belongs to someone else.
奶奶，我们找你好辛苦哦。
我就现在不懂啊，我们这经济不一样。
你的孙女搞错一个，他们以为是找的班机，本来是在现在是在这里。
OK 啊，幸会啊，因为刚才我们1个小时在找你哦，找不到你很担心哦，现在可以找你，我们很多都是老人。OK 的 OK 啊，慢走啊，慢走 ，Thank you welcome。
Breakfast is decision time for the stranded and now bonded for life.
Yeah, cool, man. Take it easy. Catch you after.
All the best. Probably, well, shoot out there.
Bali Airport is still closed. It looks like Jakarta is on.
Epic. So that means one step closer to Bali. Can't fault that, can you? Actually, some positive news.
Yeah.
Yes. Cheers, thanks. Sweet. Let's get a groove on. No way.
Back on the road at last.
Gotta keep it fresh.
This holiday season, Changi Airport is being invaded. Star Wars has come to town. Overnight, Terminal 3 has been transformed. Changi's event teams have been out in force.
My favorite character is R2-D2, Darth Vader, Obi-Wan, Han Solo, Chewbacca.
He's the biggest fan. We're going to the event, and after that we don't have plans, so we really here for that.
It's a chance for Changi to spread the Christmas magic and give its beloved passengers a Star Wars experience before the film's release. And the airport gets a little limelight too.
When my son met the stormtrooper, he really loved it. He really needed to touch them by his hand.
You always see them in movies and read them in comic books, or you collect them as collectibles. To see it life size is just, I have really no words to describe how I feel actually as a fan of Star Wars.
If you can't beat them, join them.
No, that will open up.
Horticulture are decorating the tree with some Star Wars plush toys.
There are exposed areas that we need to cover up.
They are filling the tree's holes with them. But the team are unsure about the colors against the green.
This year the color you see brown, green, black.
What?
Really don't stand out with the three colors.
We will make it stand out.
Yeah.
We have to make it stand out. We're going to add in more of the gold. Hopefully that will bring out the color.
It's had a shaky start, but as the centerpiece for Terminal 2, Selvi is under pressure to make sure this tree has the wow factor. Bali Airport is now open. But the disruption is not over. After 48 hours of closure, flights are overbooked and Changi's agents are picking up the pieces.
The gate number is F54 and the gate opens at 5:20.
This passenger has spent 3 days of her 7-day holiday in Singapore trying to get to Bali. She can't get a ticket.
It was 7 days, but it's only 5 days. If I don't fly today, it will be 3 days or 4 days.
Where did you originally come from?
From Germany.
She's a long way from home for a short vacation, and it's been impossible to reach the airline on the phone.
I cannot fly.
How many days have you been waiting?
3 days today.
I believe there's a lot of passengers on the same flight that's facing the same problem. So they might be having a lot of calls also from other information counter, I believe.
I paid a lot of money there. I booked the hotels, everything. I cannot stay there. It's my vacation.
This passenger has only 4 days left of her holiday, and it looks like she's facing yet another day's wait in Singapore. Who will win $1 million?
I'm waiting for my auntie to win.
Will this passenger salvage the rest of her holiday?
Oh my God.
will it rain again in Terminal 1? In Terminal 1, the Changi peak season mayhem continues. Someone is about to get very rich. Happy shoppers that spend over $30 in the airport's malls get a chance to enter its legendary annual grand draw, Changi Millionaire.
如果你打中100万，我们打电话给你。好，谢谢。
7 lucky passengers have won a place in this year's final. One of them will be smiling all the way to the bank. The prize is 1 million Singapore dollars.
This is me.
Yes, I believe in luck or karma. When you do good to others, it will fall back on you at a later stage.
These hopefuls are about to play a game of chance.
I'm just hoping for miracles to happen.
All part of the season's entertainment.
I've got my lucky Celtic fairy on for my mum, and I've got my lucky niece with me.
I think I've always believed in luck, but probably a bit more so now that we're in Singapore and everything's quite exciting.
I have a good feeling about today.
This passenger is not having a good time in Terminal 1. Her holiday has been ruined by a volcano, and she's been waiting for 3 days to get on a flight. Her airline have called to say she's booked on a flight to Kuala Lumpur, and she can get to Bali that way, but that flight too has been cancelled.
But they didn't inform you that the flight to from KL to Bali is cancelled.
They told to the hotel manager she can come now.
It should be no problem. I can't promise you yet, but because we have early morning flight, Singapore Airlines, they're actually flying direct to Bali. So let me see whether we can check with the airline whether they can put you on the next flight or not. Yeah.
Agent Jasmine has been trying these swamped airline representatives for hours.
Can you just give her a flight from Singapore to Bali instead, like no transit flights, because she's already frustrated. Then you can just book there. Okay.
With only 4 days left of her holiday, this passenger is in danger of not having one.
I spoke to the reservations, and then she said she can book her to other flight by Garuda Airlines.
What did they say? Garuda Airlines. From Garuda to Jakarta, Jakarta to Denpasar.
Even with her new flight, she now has a 12-hour journey with one stop to Bali. Agent Jasmine has managed to get her a 3-day holiday before going home.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. I don't believe that before I enter the plane. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
6 contestants are about to try and win $1 million. Karis has travelled from the United Kingdom with her Aunt Linda.
I'm voting for my auntie to win. Come on, Linda.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, that's it. No more things.
5, 10, 9.
They are playing knockout. In this game, they have to know how much things weigh.
We packed for the trip, but we had a bit of an issue with weight, so hopefully this time around it will go okay.
Most of the contestants are struggling with this one.
This is the end of the journey for you.
Time for some to step down from the stage.
Unfortunately, I underestimate the weight of the books and the weight of the luggage.
Karis's Aunt Linda is through to the next round. Horticulture's Christmas tree in Terminal 2 is finished. Selvi's boss, Ashraf, has come to check it.
It's wonderful. After we've set it up, you decorate, you go and patch up the holes and all that, it looks just fine. Right? No, I'm just so amazed that every year we bring the tree and then we are able to make something different out of it. And this year with the Star Wars plush toy, it's just such a fun mix. Isn't it? It's fun. Some of those plush toys look like they are picking out of the tree. You can hold this and take a picture. You want to stand together and take for you? Okay?
Ashraf is happy. Perseverance has paid off. This year's tree is bigger, brighter, and better.
It's just so wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Back in Terminal 3, more contestants have been knocked out.
When I got onto the final four, I already got it, but it's all by luck.
And Linda is in the final with another Brit, Tracy. Loyal family members are at the front, on opposing teams. They have to pick the matching boarding pass stub to win $1 million Singapore dollars.
Linda is going to try and fit this piece of boarding pass into...
Does it fit?
Does it fit?
Almost Cinderella.
Number 4.
Please. Number 4. Please stand right here, Tracy. Here is your boarding pass stub.
How does it feel in your hands right now? But it's already very easy given the prize is $1 million.
That little corner, the tricky corner again.
This is really tough.
Linda has handed over to niece Karis to pick a number.
2, 3, 5, or 7.
I think maybe 3, but I don't want to have them in me if it doesn't work.
She feels like it's going to be 3.
She would get a major treat, perhaps a holiday, if it is really 3. All right, fingers crossed.
Yes. Number
3.
3.
Here we go. Boarding pass stub number 3.
Get ready. Is it the correct fit? Is it going to...
I'm like actually shaking. I can't even take it in. You know when you're just so shocked? I'm just totally shocked. And I've got to send a photo now to the family to be like, oh my God. This feels amazing. It's incredible. Woo-hoo! I'm so excited. I can't believe it. I love Singapore. Thank you.
Suresh from the mechanical engineering team is also hoping to be victorious. The kinetic rain has been out of action for 2 days, 3 hours and 47 minutes.
If it doesn't work, really, I'm going to cry, man.
It's the moment of truth. The kinetic rain sculpture is in sync again.
Finally, Changi rains again.
Suresh has done his job. 1,216 magic drops are once again working together. And all is as it should be at Changi.